everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're watching the SImpCast with Chrissie Mayr on every Sunday night. See you then.
I'm Frankie McDonald, and you're watching SImpCast, starring Chrissie Mayr.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
The best podcaster in the world, Chrissie Mayr.
Cardiff, OJ, I like you two a lot more than this guy.
Hey, what's up, my
He was going to say ninja.
Fox, will you treat us to a ziggy-saggy before we leave?
Ziggy-saggy, ziggy-saggy, hoi, hoi, hoi. Ziggy-saggy, ziggy-saggy, hoi, hoi, hoi. Ziggy-saggy, ziggy-saggy, hoi, hoi, hoi.
Jumping on trampolines. God bless you.
Got some VIPs in the crowd tonight. We got some VIPs from FNT over here. It's a critical drinker here. I didn't know what to make of critical drinker when I was like, he's wearing these sunglasses indoors. I'm like, is he doing that to look cool? Or is he just like super fucking high all the time? I can't tell if he's good at streaming or if it just sounds that way because of his accent. I was like, I'm not gonna read your book, but I'm gonna buy it. Make a great doorstop. Oh, two. Yeah, work.
Now I recognize
You do. You got
you
it
sound
now.
just
Thank
like him.
you.
Yeah.
About time.
I'm Johnny Knoxville. Today we're going to do a little boxing.
Hello, good people. Yes, oh, my bra's hanging out. Welcome to a very special early edition of SImpCast because we have very, very special guests from across the ocean somewhere. And it's very, very late where they live. So that is why we are adjusting a smidge earlier today, which I don't mind.
You're not going through your mic.
Oh, am I not going through my mic at all? Okay, all right. Let me, you can't hear me at all. Let me just adjust the old mic setting. What about now? Is this better?
Now I'm going through the mic. That's good. I'm glad I checked that in advance. Hello, welcome to SImpCast. Before I bring in our fabulous panelists, I have a couple of stand-up shows to promote. This Saturday, I will be in Mayapack, New York. That's kind of upstate New York area. So for all my Putnam, Peekskill, Westchester peeps, I better see you guys at this show. It's a fundraiser to benefit the Yorktown Diamond Thistle Lodge. Myself, Gino Visconti, and Anthony Cumia will all be there. So if you're a fan of Compound Media, get your tickets now. The show will sell out. There are maybe less than 20 tickets left. So get up in there. Then I'm headlining in Minnesota Saturday, October 21st at the Great River Bowl and Partners Pub. That's a mouthful. In Sartell, Minnesota. Lila Hart will be featuring, and the great Nick Rekieta will be hosting or doing a guest spot. He'll be doing something. I said, come, Nick, just do whatever you want. Have your way with the stage. So very excited about that. Then I'm back to Long Island Friday, October 27th and Saturday, October 28th at the Brokerage Comedy Club. Love Strong Island. All my high school people, all my hometown folks. I better see you at these shows. Then back to Florida. I'll be headlining in Tampa December 3rd at Side Splitters Comedy Club. Then back to San Diego. First weekend of January 5th and 6th. 3 shows, 7:30, and at 10 o'clock for all you late night deviants. For tickets, go to ChrissieMayr.com as always. And if you know of a venue that's based, maybe I'll stay away from outdoor tents for a while. I don't need any more of my fans getting punched out, but tag them on Twitter, tag me on Twitter, reach out to them. I'll perform anywhere. I'll perform in the back of a van. Okay. Let me bring in my fabulous group of guests here. She is a producer for Nerdrotic and Friday Night Tights. She's also the co-host of Geeks and Gamers Poor Choices. She is a gamer. She is a wine drinker. She is my diversity requirement for this evening. Welcome, X-Ray Girl.
Chrissy, it's been so long since I've been on one of these, so I'm excited. I also came obviously prepared, although I feel like it's going to be a late night. So let's go.
There's a lot of drama. Yeah, there's a lot going on, both in and out of the nerd realm. So I think we've assembled the perfect group of people for it. Up next, he reviews modern movies. He drinks. He's an author, a 10 times over author. He's written more books than I've read. Welcome to the show, The Critical Drinker.
What up, everybody? It's a pleasure to be here.
What are we drinking tonight, Will?
Well, this is it's pretty much empty now, so I'm just having to make use of what's left.
Jack Daniels, is that your go-to?
Yeah, it's a little reminder of the old days when I was super poor and I couldn't afford good whiskey, so I like to go back every so often. It reminds me of where I came from.
Maybe I'm still in my poor phase, because I think that's like a pretty decent. If it's not, I'd say if it's not Majorska, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing like a super chat catch up with Mahler for the past couple of hours, and then reviewing some work that he's been doing on Ahsoka. So that's something that's coming out soon. So I got through quite a bit of Jack in that time.
Oh my god!
Well, you really are a good drunk. I've actually never seen you hammered.
Drunk?
Falling over. Yeah,
I get to the end of some of my open bar streams, I'm definitely struggling to read the super chats by that point.
How much would it take to get you to that, like volume wise? How many bottles?
Let's see if we can get you there. No, I don't want anything
tonight. Yeah, I could probably but half a bottle would get me properly hammered, like over the course of a couple hours. So
I'd be under the table. Oh my goodness.
I'm Scottish though. What can I say?
Oh, all right. Well, we're not gonna test the limits of your liver all the way tonight. But I mean, if it goes that way, no judges from me.
I appreciate you guys rescheduling this a little bit and moving it forward a little bit. That's the power that the drinker wields. You see, I can make SImpCast do my bidding.
Bend to your will
now.
But I thought one cool one cool accent was not enough, which is why I've called in. She's a YouTuber, a commentator, an occasional provocateur. I would say she's a frequent provocateur. She hosts many shows. Well, one of them is called Daisy Cousens Presents, and now I've blown her intro. It's Daisy Cousens.
Oh my god!
Hi
What a surprise!
everyone! Surprise, surprise!
I love it. I've decided I need more people on with fun accents, so people think that the show is a little bit more upscale and classy. So
It's very
here we are.
diverse.
Very, very
It is
diverse.
a very diverse
We've
show.
got loads of strong female characters here, so perfect.
I've been hitting the self tanner a lot this summer, so I'm as brown as I'm gonna be for a minute.
I would have to thank the UK for my tan. Surprisingly,
Yes, you were in the UK. Okay, how was the UK?
it was amazing. It
How
was,
was the meetup?
it was so fun meeting people, including Will and all the British fans. Y'all can party.
Oh yeah, that was quite the evening at that sports bar, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4 hours was not enough, so I wish it was
Wow.
longer.
So
Yeah,
what
just kind of it spilled out onto the streets afterwards, and we just carried it on there. It was great.
what did you tell the bar? You're like, look, did you go and try and find a bar that was like kind of based and cool first, or did you just say, hey, we have this kind of a group coming in? Like, are you in or are you out?
We reached out to a bunch of different places, bars, comedy clubs, and of course, Melissa was kind of dealing with that. But any suggestions we had to kind of go, okay, where can we go? Is it going to be in London? Is it going to be out of London? And we kind of fell on that one. And we were supposed to only have a small portion of the bar, but then the whole bar was all ours,
We just invaded the whole place. Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah, you guys never stick to just one room. Every time I've been somewhere with FNT fans, it's you take over the whole place. That's what's great about the fellowship. Sorry,
Mhm.
Daisy, feeling left out. You will one day have to come to a FNT meetup. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
I
what-
would love to. This sounds like I'm listening enthralled actually to the story of this night that's being told. I think it sounds fabulous. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
What city are you near?
I'm in Brisbane, which is in one of the northern states. So it's like the third most interesting city in Australia, Sydney being the most interesting, Melbourne, well, supposedly being the second most interesting. I'm from Sydney originally, and there's like a Sydney-Melbourne rivalry, a bit like there's a New York-Los Angeles rivalry. So I can confidently say as a Sydney sider that Melbourne is a disgusting hole. But a lot of other people who are from Melbourne would disagree with me. But Brisbane's like the third tier city in Australia.
I would love
Like
you see
Edinburgh
like
and Glasgow, to be fair, but like they're both kind of equally shit when you see them in like objective terms. So it's, you know,
I think the true test of which city is better is just to pit the homeless against one another. Like I would love to have a homeless fight, New York's finest versus LA's finest, and whoever wins, like that's the better city.
we need.
Are you
we
allowed
need some kind of
weapons?
blood sport tournament. Like we'll get all the homeless people from different cities around the world, and we'll make them fight.
Fun.
We could call it the
And they'll get
Special
fed at the end.
Olympics. Well,
Worldwide.
and then whoever wins that gets to go against the trans division. See, I'm gonna remake sports just by sitting here drinking and hanging. So I thought while we have this group of semi-nerdy folks and who review and look at these sort of things frequently. So Ahsoka is a new show that's out. It's part of this. I mean, of course, at some point, anyone watching this has seen at least one Star Wars movie in their life. And Ahsoka is part of, I guess, what I think they're just trying to string this out as long as possible. They're just trying to, any character that's popped up in any movie, I feel like they would make a show about it if they could. They would make a show about the Porgs, I think, if they could, which I would watch because I loved the Porgs. But I'm enjoying the kind of leftist reviews of Ahsoka because it's like I think it's meh. I don't think it's great. I definitely fell asleep. There's 4 or 5 episodes out right now, but I love, and it's mostly women in the show.
I love how that was just like an assumption. Like it's like, of course, I fell asleep a few times like, while watching it. I
I
It's modern
tried to
Star
stay
Wars.
awake, but I'm loving that I mean, it's not that these are completely irrelevant female characters, but I love how the left, like for example, we love Salon. Will try to make everything like this is a big feminist win. Like even if it's not a well-written show, even if there are a lot of obvious mistakes happening, that they'll just be like, well, there's a lot of women, so this is a feminist win. And this article says how Ahsoka takes the sexist subtext of Star Wars and brings it to the foray through Hera Syndulla. With 3 leading women in the latest Star Wars story, ignoring the bureaucratic sexism at play is impossible. Like when I was watching this show, I didn't think of sexism once. I just was like, okay, this is I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but Hera is a character from the Clone Wars.
She's from Star Wars Rebels.
Oh fuck, that's
another
right.
Dave Filoni show.
Okay. And Hera is this green creature married to what the fuck is his name?
Kanan.
She's the wife of
Kanan. I'll say it a third time. Kanan.
No, not Kanan. Her real life husband.
Oh, right.
Oh.
So it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Oh man, who's she married
Freddie
to?
Prinze Jr. says Mark.
No, she's married to the guy who was in Moulin Rouge. Love lifts us up where we belong.
Oh, Ewan McGregor?
Yes.
I love Ewan McGregor.
Oh, I love Ewan McGregor. Yeah.
She's the wife of Ewan McGregor. Also, she played Ramona Flowers in oh my god, I actually might have
the Toronto-based comic movie.
They had to win back your girlfriend. They had to fight all the girlfriends, fight all the ex-boyfriends.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good God.
The thing is, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is a good actress, but you would never know it from this show.
I mean, her ass is doing a great job in whatever pants they've got her in, but that's my biggest takeaway from her performance.
I did notice that. Yeah, they seem to have a lot of camera shots on her ass as she's walking around.
A lot of light-colored pants happening. So Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and also the part of the message of this show is, oh, you can be a Jedi and you don't need to have the Force anymore, which is like a complete degradation of everything that was important and special about the Jedi, because it was, you were born kind of special, you honed your abilities. There was a spiritual aspect.
I can see why this becomes problematic for modern Hollywood thinking, right? Because they would much more prefer to believe that everyone can do everything. You know, there's no such thing as natural talent or abilities or anything like that, and like everyone has to be able to do everything, because otherwise, like you're starting to segregate people into different categories of I guess, ability. And so this idea in Star Wars that some people are just born with this ability with the Force, that doesn't sit well with them. So now it has to be morphed into like a whole new idea of, well, you can be a Jedi and you don't need the Force. You know, you can just, if you just believe really hard that you can do it, then sure, like that's good enough, I guess.
Right. It's not like meditating. It's not like white girl yoga, Bikram yoga, where it's like anybody can do it. You just got to hang in there, keep coming to class, keep paying your $50.
Just show up, get your participation trophy, and just get given a lightsaber, you know. And it just it's that whole cliche of like, if everyone is special, then no one's special anymore. And I think that's probably where it comes in. Like, you know, the original movie trilogy put forward this idea, well, certain people are like the chosen one, almost like they are different, they are
like the Jews.
Yeah, sure, okay, go down that road. But yeah, they're just, you know, there's something that marks them out as different from other people. They've got better potential than other people do, and that's why Luke Skywalker goes on this journey, you know. But now it's like, well, that's not acceptable anymore, because that excludes other people from this like wonderful world of Jedis and chopping people up with lightsabers. And so everyone now has to be able to take part in that. So this is what we've been landed with. Anyone can do it now. Anyone can just choose to be a Jedi. Okay, fine, whatever.
That's like a kind of spillover. It sounds like what a lot of what's going on in schools, where they're like, well, we're taking out our math and science requirements because it's not fair to Black people. there's a focus on equity, not equality, and they're doing a lot of ridiculous things to make it seem like everyone has equal output. And this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It's like, well, if anybody can use the force, like, what the fuck is the point?
It's
But
a
that's
really
Kind of,
kind of. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that's the sad part is we all can't be equal. If we were all equal, it would be what is it called in politics, like socialism? Or
Yeah.
We're all the same.
Yeah, we're all the same.
Yeah.
Everything we do, we're all equal in the money we make, and that's never gonna work. But they keep trying to put that in there, slowly changing people's like thoughts and ideas into that. And not everyone's gonna be special. And as Drinker said, if everyone's special, no one's special.
No one is special in this movie. And
It's such like a that whole thinking, like, anyone can be a Jedi. You don't need to use the Force, etc. That's such a like a second or third wave feminist mentality. It's like when all the girls were like, no, I can open that jar, I can lift that box, I can lift that fridge, I can do all those sorts of things that men can do. I don't need any kind of innate ability or strength or whatever to be able to do it. And the reality is, well, no, you can't. Actually, no, you can't open that jar because you're, differently innately abled than men. So since this show is sort of like that article from Salon is talking about how it's highlighting all the sexism, I'm thinking, how many women were involved with the creative decisions of this show? I'm going to say quite a lot. Certainly quite a lot.
Probably all.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, let me pick it up from the Salon article. In the limited time we've spent with the war hero, she's had her authority questioned by a man, a guy who's essentially a Corellian salvage yard manager, Min Weaver, Peter Jacobson, and made it through a gunfight in his workplace unscathed. How dare he? Surviving that shootout is no problem for Hera, especially with a force wielder at her side. Min Weaver's condescension might have caused someone less steady to burst a forehead vein, though. When Hera asks to see a supposedly classified document he's holding, he tries to block her by saying, "I'm sorry, I cannot unseal the document without authorization." "Well, then I'm authorizing it," says the general. "I'm not sure you can," he replies. Hera reminds him that she is a general, aka girl boss, and authorizing declassifications is part of the gig. That's still not convincing enough for Min, who calls a protocol droid to his side to tell him what to do. For a story supposedly set long ago in a galaxy far away, Ahsoka has a knack for capitalizing on frustrations common to women living in the here and now, especially through because I need skincare advice for my green skin. Yes, this definitely applies to the here and now. Sure, Jedi Ahsoka Tano, played by Rosario Dawson, and her apprentice Sabine Wren, played by Natasha Liu Bordizzo, may wrestle with the relevancy of Jedi traditions, but Hera's struggles are familiarly, wow, I'm retarded today, mundane. There may not be a word for it in the common tongue ruling George Lucas's space opera.
Can I just
Yes.
can I put this into context a little bit? Like this whole scene that they're referencing here, she's basically on the cusp of unmasking a big conspiracy to like arm dissident factions that are going to like try and overthrow the Republic. So it's nothing to do with like them being sexist towards her because she's a woman. I mean, she's not even a woman anyway. She's a fucking space alien with green tentacles coming out of her head, but whatever. It's like they don't want her to discover the things that they're doing, and so they're trying to stall her. It wouldn't matter if she was a man or a woman or a robot or whatever. Like, they wouldn't want to give her the answers that she's looking for. So it's such a shitty example that this article's given because it's got nothing to do with sexism. It's everything to do with like a big conspiracy that's going on outside of her remit, basically, as a military officer. But like they don't care about that kind of context because that doesn't fit with their narrative.
I really just love this sentence. Women in every workplace have contended with some jerk with a penis. That's redundant. Doubting their authority or something as simple as whether the information they're conveying is correct. I just thought that was like just kind of a funny example. And then I wonder, my gosh, like is that what we do? I don't know if you guys consider yourselves to be on the right or conservative or I don't know. Sometimes there's no word for it. Maybe you just feel like politically homeless, and then I'm like, well, is that? I mean, am I just doing the same thing on the other side? And then I go, well, no. This franchise is going against history, against its own lore, and it's not me. It's the children who are wrong. So
I consider myself to be politically drunk.
yeah,
So that's my alignment.
Like for this show, I watched just a few clips here and there. Just looking at it, the direction it's very bland. It looks boring. The effects are horrible. I've seen the fights; they are subpar. And the only time it was ever kind of good was when Anakin Hayden Christensen came in and started fighting, and I was like, oh, well, that looks a little more interesting.
We kind of picked up on this. Like, it's like he's been lightsaber training for the past 20 years, ever since he did like the original prequels. Because he's not missed a beat. Like, obviously he's older now, but like he is like lightning fast with that stuff, and he looks like he's so comfortable with it. And then you've got Rosario Dawson who has to fight him, and she
looks so slow.
She's so slow. She's so clumsy. And look, I know not everyone picks up fight choreography that easily, but damn, they should have given her some extra lessons, because he makes her look bad. And I really don't think that was the intention of the show.
No.
But
And I think she's a dancer too, so they should have given her the Marvel training prior to the show. Kind of being in the same franchise, because like she looks horrible when she fights.
Yeah. She really looks like clumsy, and like she's really struggling, and you can tell he's having to like pull his punches or slow down a little bit just to give her time to catch up, because it doesn't look good.
Wonder why they didn't use a stunt person then. Like that's so weird. They've sort of exposed her to looking sort of awkward and clumsy, which she shouldn't, because as you said, she's a dancer. Like, why wouldn't you just use a stunt person who was good at picking up fight choreography?
I honestly don't know. I don't know, because
weird.
the cameras are really close in during their fight scenes, so you can tell that it's her. But man, like, she's got a lot of prosthetics on and a lot of makeup. You could probably get a stunt woman like done the same way, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if
And
it
then
was
just
fast
CGI
enough.
over the face. Like they could have done it. It's like they're weirdly making a point that, you know, Rosario Dawson has to fight Hayden Christensen because feminism. It's very strange.
I'm not quite sure what they were going for, and I don't know what the thinking was. Maybe it was just literally, we don't have the time or the budget to do this, because a lot of these Star Wars TV shows look really rushed. You know, like they have to just get the next thing out as quickly as possible, because, you know, there's more on the conveyor belt that has to come. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was a scene, I think, in the most recent episode where she's basically, it feels like underwater almost the whole episode, and she's in this kind of nether universe, like in between world.
It's all right. Nobody understands what the fuck was going on in that episode.
Nether world, and apparently she's just sort of walked through life up until this point, and my takeaway was like, well, you really have to fight for it, because she seemed kind of blah. She seemed sort of like, obviously in gray clothing, but just dreary for the episodes leading up to this. And I just and to me it was like, well, okay, they're telling her you have to actually physically fight for your life and your right to party, as always. So maybe it was just but then you go, Anakin's here. It's nostalgia bait again.
It is, and like the whole crux of this weird little interlude was like, I'm going to teach you a lesson about yourself, and you think, okay, well, what's he going to show us? Like, is it going to be is he going to cut to the core of this character so we really understand who she is, what she fears the most, like what she hopes to accomplish? And it's literally just, do you want to live or die? That's your choice. Like, what's better? And it's like, okay, I guess I'd like to be alive. Perfect, you passed the test. Well done. That's basically it. And it's like, what have you taught us here? The whole episode was just built around, can we get Hayden Christensen back in this show for like 5 minutes? That's it. And we'll think of a story to build around that later. It's so it's such a shame because when you see people's reactions, like they're so insanely excited by something like this, but it's so shallow and meaningless. Like this is what you live for now as Star Wars fans. Like this is how low your benchmark is, just to see something that's vaguely familiar in completely removed from
Yeah.
context. That's all they want.
It's just a Star Wars flavored production, basically. Like
Big shiny
it looks nice.
it's
It looks okay. I mean, sometimes you zero in and the CGI is real bad, but you're like, okay, this is a Star Wars looking set, costumes, okay. Like
it's like taking a turd like and spray painting like gold spray paint on it and convincing people that it's a bar of gold. That's really what it is. And they take it all the way to the bank and think that they're going to cash it in. There's nothing to be had there.
It is a shame, isn't it? I think that Disney has really diluted the Star Wars franchise to this point, because I've never been like massively into the Star Wars fandom, but I did used to enjoy Star Wars. Like I was saying, I've seen all of the 6 movies, so the prequels and the 3 originals and the Han Solo spin-off, which was quite good. And I always enjoyed it. But now, like, you've got The Mandalorian, you've got this weird show, you've got the other random stuff that they do. And I just think, like, it is possible to have too much of a good thing. And when you add kind of the Disney factor to it, which is their whole sort of like woke shtick that they stick through everything now, you know, consistently ruining classic fairy tales and classic franchises. I just think they've really shot themselves in the foot with it, and people are just increasingly wising up to it, not just the sort of hardcore Star Wars fans, but also the general public. I mean, if you're looking at clumsy Rosario Dawson awkwardly fighting Anakin Skywalker, I mean, there comes a point where surely you just switch off because the quality's just not there anymore.
Well, I think, you know, if you look back to what Star Wars did back in the 70s and the 80s, like the original 3 movies, that was a pop culture event. You know, like the people in every corner of the world, like they might have never watched them, they might never care about science fiction or anything like that, but they're going to be able to tell you who Luke Skywalker is, or Han Solo, or Darth Vader. Like those names just became part of like our pop culture language. You got the prequels then in the late 90s, early 2000s, like, okay, they're pretty forgettable, but they sort of did the job, and it didn't like kill the brand of Star Wars. But then you look at what it is now, it's just a bunch of like obscure TV shows on a slowly dying streaming service. That's all it is now. There's no pop culture imprint of this. You know, nobody out there beyond the hardcore fandom could tell you who Ahsoka Tano is. You know, you go to the average person in the street and like pin them up against a wall and tell me who Ahsoka is. They're going to be like,
she's
no,
a
what are you talking
JOC,
about?"
a Jedi of color.
But that's what it is now. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It's not it's not a pop culture event. It's just a bunch of boring TV shows. That's all it's become.
Yes, it's interesting to see the feminists like suddenly get on board and be like, "Oh, is this girl power? Yes, okay, this is good. We'll write articles about this."
But the thing is, basically everything in Disney Star Wars is about girl power. That's like what they all come down to. Like the movies with Rey, you know, it's just all about like, you know, she can do everything and she's the perfect like Jedi. She's better than Luke Skywalker ever was. Like, of course she has to
and
be.
right away has all her abilities, has no arc, learns
That
no
to me
lessons.
is so boring, because I think everyone goes through some sort of struggle in their life, and you can relate to characters that are flawed and have to overcome something. And if you're just good at everything, well, I can't relate to that. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
Well, we relate to a character's flaws, not their virtues. That's the thing that makes them interesting. And if they don't have any flaws, well, there's nothing for you to like grapple with. There's nothing to get invested in.
Like
because you're not giving them anything to overcome.
I just watched the original Star Wars movie like a couple nights ago. I guess it's called Episode 4 now. But Luke is so fucking annoying. Like he's annoying the whole time. I was like, why do they keep making movies? This guy's annoying. I'm like, I hate him as a person, him as an actor. He's orange. And then Frank's like, well, he grew up on a sun planet. I was like, I just don't like it. I don't like how he looks, sounds, acts, anything. He's just a pain in the ass the whole time.
Well, he's a whiny little teenager. Like, he's not done anything. He
right.
hasn't been anywhere, but like he thinks he knows everything. Like, just like any asshole teenager anywhere in the
True.
world.
Very
And
true.
like, yeah, over the course of the 3 movies, he gets his ass kicked. He slowly gets better at things and ultimately becomes a much more like rounded, mature person.
And you can tell he even at the end of the first movie, he obtains a leather jacket, which to me is the beginning of a good path. I'm like, all right, he's already starting to dress better. He's getting swag. A couple of like, look, style.
You noticed that
he was wearing like a men's spa robe for the whole movie, basically till the end when he accepts his medal, and he's wearing like a yellow leather jacket. I'm like, is that from Han? Is that just like, where did he get that from? Where did these people go shopping? You know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
you can definitely tell it was made in the 70s. That first movie.
Oh yeah.
From Hunter, my dear Hunter, for Crit, historically, this almost looks like an intelligent question. Historically, Brits are the world's envy of verbal storytelling, Dickens, Tolkien, Rowling's. Why isn't the UK a more dominant global center of visual storytelling? Can it become one, and how?
Because of money and resources. You know, if you compare the amount of money that it takes to make a major A-list movie now, like Hollywood is pretty much the only place that can still do it. Yeah, we've got like Pinewood Studios and we're able to make the Bond movies and stuff over here, but generally speaking, that's the reason. Like, money talks in terms of like global dominance of the box office. So that's probably why Britain is just not able to compete at that same level generally.
Britain, they need to focus their funds on dental care overall. Is my belief.
Hey, I went to a lot of museums in London. London has a lot of money of stolen items there.
Yeah,
just sell that and make a movie.
Do they really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, we
Big
created
gems.
our British Empire. We went to all the different corners of the world, found all the interesting things, and stole them, and just brought them back to the UK.
Like
Put them in
pirates.
museums. It was great.
Mhm.
We're just holding them. We're just looking after them for now.
Makadama, for Drinker, on behalf of the single minimum wage brothers, how could you join a panel with the stunning Daisy Cousens and not ask Chrissy if you could bring a friend? I don't use dial-up anymore.
That's all right. Bring this guy in. Bring him in.
Yeah, send him a
He's
link.
with me.
That's very sweet.
You should send him a link. This is about Ahsoka. Yeah, if I can be a Jedi, my mom says I'm special. She let me put dino stickers on my helmet. I drive a race car bed.
Oh, yeah.
Push-ups, awesome hanging with you at Missouri. Thank you, push-ups.
It was a pleasure.
Ulysses, just watch Drinker and Mahler's 50th wedding anniversary, and you will see a properly hammered Drinker.
Yeah.
Was Molly drunk
The
as well?
50th episode of Open Bar. Yeah, I was pretty fucked by the end of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, okay. I really do want to watch that now. Some Norwegian guy. Oh, I wonder if this is a distant relative of mine. Daisy, is the Schwarzenegger toothed feminist still around? Haven't seen or heard anything in a while.
The Schwarzenegger
this?
I think
What is a
I
Schwarzenegger
think I know who this is. It's an Australian feminist who I'm very sorry, Clementine Ford, if you are not the Schwarzenegger tooth feminist. I don't think you have Schwarzenegger teeth, but Clementine, if we're talking about her, doesn't like me very much. Whole backstory.
No.
I don't know what she's up to because I haven't heard or seen anything from her in a while either. Last I checked, she was kind of trying to soften her image from what I guessed anyway, by like writing about love instead of, how horrible the world is to women, even though it's not. But I'm not sure. Actually, I might look into that. I have no idea where she is.
My guess, without knowing anything about the situation, if with a name like Clementine, she's probably stripping somewhere. That's my best guess.
Clementines in my time.
Russell Hall, one person's disgusting hole is another's good time. I've always said that. Clint Torres, howdy peoples. Foos your dues, critical drinker.
Okay.
Is that something you say?
I can't recall saying that. But,
Who's your dues?
what happens on stream stays on stream, I guess.
Who's your dues?
I didn't know if he was like
Who's your
reciting
dues?
Must be a Dundonian saying, I think.
thunderstorms, especially a lot of women on this show. Yes, welcome. We're all about the strong female leads. M8566. I'm just here to simp for Drinker. Good.
Yes.
Now, I want to talk. My God, this drama with Russell Brand really popped off in the last couple of days. Gary Nerdrotic posted. I think this was his original video that he posted. I think he's still in France or UK right now. Just quickly a video of every single newspaper has Russell Brand on it, and just how quick. I mean, people say, "Oh, this is British tabloids. This is typical," but yeah, this is from Gary originally, and I don't think there's sound on this, but
he was at Heathrow Airport, and yeah,
I love how there's one newspaper there about killer dogs.
Like, what about the killer dogs?
Well, there's a breed called the XL Bully from America. No, XL American Bully is called, and it's banned now.
Oof. And oh yeah, the XL Bully. Oh, oh,
they're so cute.
Yes, I've heard that they've banned pit bulls in gosh, are they banned in Canada now? Were they banned in the UK?
I think they're banned in the UK now. They've got this weird habit of eating people, so yeah.
They decided it might not be a good idea to keep them around.
Just
all I gotta say is
put him in the zoo. Problem solved.
Pit bulls are the nicest dogs that I've met. It's the owners who train them.
Yeah. I like, as an American, I don't know if you guys have tabloid newspapers in the same way that we do over here, because it's a real thing. Like, our newspapers are proper trash.
Yeah, we had I mean, God, my mom loved the tabloids, the Star, the Inquirer.
Star, yeah.
Anything
I used to have page 3. We got page 3 girls on it.
The Sun, the Sunshine Girls.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the page 3, it would be like a topless woman on it. Like,
topless?
why? Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I had no idea where it came from or why, but like there were certain newspapers that would just have that on the page 3 of their every issue. There would be a new topless model. Why? Don't know. It was just
it sells
just for funsies.
It really did, yeah.
Will, does Scotland have its own sort of tabloids, or is it mostly just like the UK's?
It would just
overall?
be like Scottish variants of UK newspapers.
Is the sense over there that everyone is obsessing about the Russell Brand drama right now?
I have no idea. Like, I don't really read newspapers, but yeah, like, it's a big story in the UK, I should imagine.
I guess he did a little bit of a video response. Okay, here we go. I just can't imagine what he's
Hello there,
feeling.
you awakening wonders. Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack, and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received 2 extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst
great,
this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies. And as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan, when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of. And we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous consensual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack. Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together. We are obviously going to look into this matter because it's very, very serious. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free. Awakening Wonders.
Isn't that funny? He said this was all during my time when I was in the mainstream, when I was in movies, and he seemed just like he went from being, I guess, a very popular sort of leftist figure to being just somebody who wants to seek truth and speak about the truth. And I'm like, what did he say or do recently that is egging this on? Or is it just, has this been building over the last year?
I'd say it's building.
It's building.
There's a video of him on Bill Maher when he dropped a lot of facts about like the COVID and like the
big pharma
the money that got funneled into all the big pharmaceutical companies and stuff. So I don't think that went down too well with certain people. But yeah, as for the all these allegations, like no idea. Like it's I guess it needs to go through some kind of investigation to establish the facts.
Well, and even then, if it did happen, why now? Why didn't you bring it up earlier? Why didn't you go through the legal system? You went through tabloids. That's not the way to go if you actually want to get some sort of justification for what happened.
Well, I think they didn't even necessarily come forward voluntarily. They were approached by journalists. And then...
Yeah, they only came forward when they were approached by journalists. And as to sort of like, not coming forward earlier, they had a golden opportunity, didn't they, to come forward when the Me Too movement was going insane at like the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. And I can understand not wanting to come out about a celebrity who's allegedly assaulted you or whatever, because there's a massive power imbalance. But if they'd come forward then, they would have been lauded and praised and had on talk shows, and Russell Brand would have been cancelled ages ago. So why has they only come out now after being cajoled by journalists at a time when, say, that whole Me Too movement since Amber Heard and Johnny Depp has lost a huge amount of public goodwill? Like all of it stinks to high heaven, I reckon.
Yeah, just in my search of Russell Brand and Bill Maher, there's an episode from, I guess, April where they're debating whether or not Zelensky is a hero. I mean, that's going to piss off a lot of your globalists and basically, oh my God, there's a fly flying around.
I thought you were starting to clap for globalists.
Oh my, I'm clapping for the WEF. No, people are going to think I live in a disgusting garbage house. No, I don't know what's happening. I don't even eat in here. So, yeah, he's questioning Zelensky, whether or not he's a hero. They're talking about, oh my God, European parties with far-right origins. Says the Dems were a party of slavery. I mean, these are all hot, spicy subjects.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question comes in, like, if, say, it's people who are accusing him of doing this stuff, like, 10, 15 years ago, how on earth do you approach that? Because clearly, like, you're not going to be able to prove it or refute it, really, after such a long amount of time. It's just literally going to come down to the court of public opinion, and I think it's a lot easier to get a conviction there than it is in a legal court. And it does a heck of a lot of damage to his public perception without necessarily being able to prove anything. And it just seems like a dangerous road to go down, I guess.
One of his accusers was triggered after seeing Russell Brand star in the closing ceremony of the London Olympics. Just a few weeks after the rape, she was triggered by the Beatles. He performed a Beatles song while wearing a Willy Wonka hat on top of a psychedelic bus. Maybe that was similar to the sex they had. I don't know why that was triggering. But yeah, they could be taking advantage of sort of mentally unstable women. And again, why is this all coming out now? The timing is quite curious.
And they seem to have been working on it for like a long time as well, that this sort of Russell Brand sting. Like I was reading through the article and things, they've watched sort of hundreds of hours of his stand-up, they've read his books, they've listened to his own testimonies about his own promiscuous behavior. They called tons and tons of people to try and corroborate all of this, and they landed on these 4 women. And this is sort of coincides, I think, with the amount of time Russell Brand has spent over the last few years as a kind of, I don't know, truthfluencer, if you want to call him that, calling out Big Pharma and calling out the COVID narrative, and also criticizing the mainstream media. So none of it rings as organic to me by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, here it is. Nadia, who's in her 30s at the time, claims she exchanged numbers with Brand at a party before being invited to his house in June of 2012, where they went to have consensual sex. Again, it's like he's very open about his sex life at the time, and I just think this is so tired, and there's so much less juice behind this in a post Amber Heard world.
Yeah,
you kind of roll your eyes and be like, yes, he was a known slut, and anyone having sex with him probably also a known slut. No one's hooking up with Russell Brand to try to lock it down, except for, and I don't know how Katy Perry did it. It didn't last. She then met up again with Brand at his house on the morning of July 1st. So to me, it sounds like, okay, and then that's where she claims it. He raped her after telling him multiple times to get off. I mean, to me, this just sounds like foreplay. No, I'm kidding. It's very, why wouldn't this come out right when it happened instead of now when he's getting so much heat for truth telling? Wow. Timeline of complaints. Okay, so 2004, 2006. Brand's behavior on Big Brother's Big Mouth reported to Endemol Managers. That's a production company. Helen Berger in 2006 hired as Brand's assistant, told in an interview being gay was a plus, claims Brand and the co-host of the Russell Brand show, Matt Morgan, would sometimes undress in the studio. That doesn't seem weird to me because you're in and out of costume changes. I don't think that's weird at all. 2007, Leslie Douglas, BBC controller for Radio 2 and 6 Music, receives complaints about Brand's behavior, including Brand hurling objects and urinating in bottle in view of everyone. I know this is people that are not in. This is part of showbiz, baby. Sometimes you got to pee in a bottle. And also, like, look at what's coming out now about Jimmy Fallon. Like, he's drinks too much. He's sassy to his fellow employees. It's just, again, like when you're dealing with, like, he's the talent. If you're going to expect the talent to act like a corporate executive or someone who works at a bank, people who work at banks still drink. So it's just taking what is normal celebrity showbiz behavior and being like, oh my God, look at this.
Like Russell Brand is a known crazy person. Like we've always known that about Russell Brand. That's part of his shtick, is that he runs around and does weird things. And so they're putting it up here like it's this big unexpected, oh my God, look, Russell Brand peed in a bottle. It's like, well,
it's on brand for him.
It's just sort of like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's acceptable, but as you said, Chrissy, you're not going to expect the talent, particularly not someone like Russell Brand, to behave like a corporate executive.
And here it is, 2012. There's this allegation on, quote, Nadia, but she does not file a report. Like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter if someone's famous or not. If this is what you truly feel happened, it is your job to file a report. Not that you don't deserve sympathy if you don't, but it's like, yeah, when you get around to it, maybe in a month or two, go ahead and file it. Like, I don't know. 2013 colleague hears Phoebe screaming during alleged sex. So again, this could have been just regular good old sex. Screaming doesn't necessarily mean assault. I don't know why. Maybe it seems like I'm just automatically on his side. Maybe I'm probably a little bit biased, but a lot of this looks just like typical kind of showbiz guy behavior.
Well, we need to see as if he's innocent until he's proven guilty. That's what the court of law is all about. So I don't believe all women and I don't believe all men. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. And honestly, I actually think that he's going to come out stronger after all of this. I know that this was probably supposed to hurt his brand and hurt his viewership, but if it proves to be untrue or if it's not proven at all, I think people are going to be more interested in his content.
I agree. I agree.
I think someone posted proof that these text messages were tampered with. Gosh,
oh yeah, I saw some videos on Twitter.
Head?
Wow.
I think someone was saying Tug, like that umbrella guy.
Okay. Because that is interesting. They zoomed in on this text message and they could see that one of the margins was like coming out a little bit.
Oh,
wow. They like photoshopped the different text in or something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Which is
why. Who was it that was saying like the only way I'll believe it is if you video screenshot it, that it's less likely that it's tampered with. So I don't automatically believe text screenshots anymore.
You can create entirely fake text messages. I think there are apps for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the whole point of this attack on Russell Brand is to destroy his reputation. I mean, as Drink, you said, there's no way this kind of stuff can really be proved this far out of the fact. Like, there's probably not even enough evidence for the police to charge him. But that's not the point. The point is to secure that conviction in the court of public opinion, because he's become way too much of a threat and way too successful. And also my experience as an independent YouTuber, like who comments on news and politics and things like that, is that people who work for legacy mastheads really hate independent news and political commentators. They hate them with a fiery passion because they perceive them as having skipped certain steps, like they sort of haven't paid their dues. They've got these audiences without having to go through the agony of finding a masthead to be attached to. And Russell Brand is that on steroids. Like he's so successful. He has so many millions of subscribers. He's so loved. So it all just makes him public enemy number one for the mainstream media.
This is from Leilani Dowding. She's been on the show a couple times. Left-hand border not straight, borderline over means text larger and more blurry in crucial part. Show us the original or one that doesn't appear doctored. God, I mean, like, this is just, you have to be really looking closely. I mean, I feel like these all look equally blurry and these two look a little bit more clear. But again, I'm extremely nearsighted. Like if I were to take my contacts out, I don't think I could make it to the mailbox. So
Legal Mindset posted the full text and he showed like where it is blurry as well. And it does look vastly different to the original texts. And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, yeah, I don't believe this. I don't believe it at all.
It's just very easy to do. You know, this is something a teenage boy would do. Oh, here we go. And to point out the blurry text starts with means no is very suspect and could indicate potential editing. Also lacks timestamps, which is questionable in an era where messages can be deleted easily. No value at all until properly admitted in a court of law. And this was, quote, after the assault, how Brand texted sorry to Nadia. I'm sorry, that was crazy and selfish. I hope you can forgive me. I know that you're a lovely person. And I guess this is what she said. You scare the shit out of me. You're right. I am a lovely person. And for you to take advantage of me like that is unexpectable. You have a problem.
Okay.
You need help. This is gonna be my word of the day.
It's
Unexpectable.
unexpectable.
Expect the unexpectable. It's dangerous that you think you can get your own way all the time. Do you know how scary you are when that glazed look comes over you? I can't stand the way this girl texts. When a girl say no, oh yeah, look at this. When a girl say no,
So
it means
different.
no. Do I have to go and get myself tested? Last time you asked me condom or no condom. When I say condom, that doesn't mean it's optional. You don't have the best reputation. This
I
is not.
pride myself.
If I pride myself on being safe. Yeah, right. What are you doing hooking up with Russell Brand if you pride yourself on being safe?
I feel like she's gonna just ask to send Bob's and Vagine soon. It's horrible English.
Wow. 2012, people. It's 2023. Wow. All right. Well, if this lawyer person is saying it's sus, I believe him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. I think he's earned a lot of goodwill in the public eye. And again, Amber Heard really fucked things up. Really forced the pendulum to swing back to not necessarily believe all women at all times for all things. So he's probably just, it's a stressful time for him right now. And I'm sure he can afford good help and a good legal team. But as always, men, watch where you stick your dicks. That's the takeaway here. Right, drinker?
Good advice for life. Yep.
Okay. Pale Eyes. Hey, Daisy, we have the same last name. Kind of cool.
That is very cool.
Oh my
You guys
God, you're
Yeah.
practically the same person.
Relatives.
Practically
Maybe you
the
guys,
same cousin.
maybe you guys are cousins.
It's distant cousins, indeed.
Distant cousins. That would be a great podcast name.
Distant cousins.
Clintor's apologies, drinker. I was under the impression you were Scottish. I traveled to Aberdeen often, so I've picked up a bit of the vernacular.
I see. You're going up to Aberdeen, but that's the crazy part of Scotland. I'm in the
Wait, are you
Lowlands.
not Scottish?
Of course, I'm Scottish, but like,
Oh,
there's
okay.
different parts of Scotland.
Okay. I was like, I've been lied to. Luis Cuevas, American tabloids are called CNN and NBC. That is so true. Lewis again. Russell Crimes. Macing on hose. What the hell? Thank you, though. I don't understand it, but thank you. Jacob Bratton, call the police. Why is that always ignored? Yeah, like if that happens to you right away, don't wait 11 years to come out with it. Swedish Pete, the fellowship has Russell's back. We may not agree on everything, but we all agree that they should leave us be. For real, for real. Let us enjoy our things. I don't know what Sikh bucks are, but thank you for 200 Sikh bucks. I don't know if that's Swedish or what. Mark Demshock, scary time at the sanctuary. Get yourself a brute squad, Chrissy. Who deserves a refund from their handlers, Brand or Kutcher? To Daisy, go Brissy lions, devour the magpies.
Go the Brisbane Lions.
A couple more. Westfield. Some media and elites used the playbook against Andrew Tate after he made fun of their idol Greta. Some group involved here after his COVID opinions. Okay. Yeah, I was never the biggest fan of Andrew Tate, but they went after him hard. So hard that I was like, okay. He definitely pissed off somebody in power. Let me see if there's anything critical drinker related before he has to scoot off. From Dave Chandler, question for Daisy and Crit. Has American entertainment alienated overseas audiences like it's alienated half of the United States? Can it win them back?
Oh, good question.
That's a really good question.
Do
Wow.
you want to go first, or should I, or what?
No, you can go first. After you.
Okay, I'll try and fumble an answer. So I think there's perhaps a tendency to impose American modern day politics onto most movies that they produce now, and as an outsider, it's just weird. Like, because like most of the references are just lost on us. Well, here's a good example might be that weird Netflix documentary that they tried to make about Cleopatra, where it's like they they tried to put forward the idea that she was actually black, and it's like, well, we know from historical records she wasn't. But it's, again, the kind of hang-ups and angst that comes from American culture that they try to impose on something that's completely unrelated to that, and it creates this weird disconnect for outsiders who are like, I don't really know where you're coming from with something like this.
Okay, sorry.
No.
I
What were you
realize
saying,
this
Chrissie?
question is for you, Daisy. I'm just like, you forget when you live in America that I guess we're some sort of like, we're definitely obviously the center for Hollywood, and it's interesting, the idea that like what goes on with our politics matters very much to folks overseas, especially in Australia. What I've heard from a friend over there is like, we are almost obsessed with what's going on in American politics. I don't know, Daisy, if you can confirm or deny that.
Yeah, look, American politics to Australians is kind of like reality television. I remember my favorite Facebook post in my social circles about the 2016 US election was on the the night that we were going to get the results. One of my friends posted, "I can't wait for the season finale of America tonight," and I was like, yes, that is exactly it encapsulates how we think about it. But I don't necessarily think it's alienated Australian audiences, because we look at American politics, but a lot of us look at it as entertainment rather than politics. I think politically, a lot of Australians are kind of apathetic, and that's probably because we have compulsory voting. Like, you just sort of have to do it and then get in and then get out. So I think Australians do still enjoy American entertainment, but again, like, there's so many, streaming services now and YouTube and alternatives that probably it's got plenty of healthy competition, but I don't think there's much of a kind of culture war battle over it here as there is in America.
Interesting stuff. Okay, two more little ones for Drinker. Can't wait for the Rambo stuff, Drinker. Ooh.
My first ever comic. Yeah, that's weird. Like, in the space of like a year, I've gone from writing 500-page novels to writing like 80-page screenplays to writing like 20-page comics. So it's a weird change for your writing style. You have to get very, very concise. But hey, I'm doing my best.
It's like, going from a long headlining set to like doing a late night set, like every single word. Sean Green, Drinker, your thoughts on the Starfield Az situation?
That one blew up, didn't it?
Woo.
I mean, I think Az did pretty well. He got like 5,000-6,000 new subscribers, so that was pretty good for him.
Wow, that many?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he had an epic rant, and it seems to have kicked off a much bigger debate in gaming circles. Yeah, I'm not really a gaming expert at this point, so don't really know what to make of it.
Like the use of pronouns in gaming, and it's, again, if you guys are allowed to be triggered by not using pronouns, we should be allowed to be triggered by just the sight of a pronoun. Yeah.
It's so funny how people getting canceled is just like a notch in the belt now. It feels like.
Your first time getting canceled is always the hardest, but after that, it gets way more fun. That's what I always tell people. Drinker, thank you so much for spending time with us this evening. I know it's very late over there, so I appreciate the time. Let people know where they can find you and what's coming up, and where they can buy your books and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, you can find me on YouTube called The Critical Drinker, and you can find me on X. Is that what I have to call it now? Do I have to call it X?
No, I still call it Twitter.
I'm never calling it X.
Twitter, I'll be on Twitter, like tweeting away and ranting about stuff. But I'm usually pretty easy to get a hold of. So I'm doing my thing. I've got a bunch of books that I've written called the Ryan Drake series. I'm currently working on a short film that we crowdfunded, and that will hopefully come out next year, around about January or February. And that's the main things that I'm doing at the moment.
You're crushing it, dude. It was such a pleasure to meet you in person finally at Anime Matsuri.
Yeah, it was great.
It was really cool. It feels like meeting your pen pal or something.
No, it was good fun. I really enjoyed that. And all these meetups are always good, man. It's nice to meet people face to face for once.
It's such a hoot. I wanted to take my tarp home, and they're like, they wouldn't let me. Next time. Next time. Thank you, Drinker, for coming on. We'll see you around the internet soon. Everybody follow Drinker if you're not already. If you're not, I don't understand what your problem is.
Neither do I.
Yeah, get over there. All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure.
Bye, Drinker.
Bye.
Bye. Oh man, I wanted him to say go away now, but you know what? Probably everyone is constantly making him say that. So I will be the person who doesn't. I'm gonna blow through a couple of these and then we will get to the next topic. E1337 Neo, that umbrella guy. Oh, we just showed this. Yeah. Did a recent video showing how some of the texts between Russell and Nadia were fabricated, manipulated, photoshopped, etc. Whew. Wouldn't put it past him to do that shit. Pajori. Yep. Interesting how no one in the Epstein list has been arrested, but Brand was Randy AF in the past and starts pointing out questionable things now. Isn't that interesting? So much footage of Lauren Boebert getting her tit felt up, but you know, nothing about the Epstein list. Timotheus O'Kell, has anyone tried going to Compound Media? Did it get hacked? I am just now hearing about this. I had no idea. I'm just there once a week. I guess E-Rock would be the person to ask about that, the manager. Jacob McQuaid, everyone please show pets. Oh, well.
My dogs are anywhere near. Here, I'm gonna go get my dogs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab at least one of my cats. I'll be back.
Everyone grab a cat. Frank, if you can hear me, if you could send one of the dogs in, that would be like really outstanding. Send in the dogs. This is also just a great opportunity for people to take a bathroom break. M4A now. Best part is Apple Pay. The icon at the bottom of the text didn't come out till 2014. Really? And
Okay,
was that on
the Rainbow one?
I wonder if that was on the Dr. Tech.
I have a cat.
Oh no, baby boy. Oh no. Are you playing with your toy?
It's Waffles! It's Vladimir the Putty Tat! Hello, Vladimir!
Oh my goodness! Oh my god, tell me about your cat.
This is Vladimir. He is one of my and my husband's 2 Siberian cats.
Oh, he's gorgeous. How big is he?
He's a big boy.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Are you sure it's not a raccoon?
He
looks like 25 pounds.
They do actually. Siberian cats can get up to 20 pounds. Like they're not fully grown until they're 5, and he's not even 4 yet. So he's still got growing to do, and he has a brother who was just on my lap before, actually, called Rafita. And they're pretty much like the joy of mine and my husband's lives. Actually, like they're absolutely stunning. But he's cranky with me now because I woke him up. I'm sorry, Vladimir.
Does he shed?
He does. they both do. But it is very, very worth it because when you cuddle big fluffy cats, it's just like putting your head into a pillow. Yep, I will take cat hair all over everything any day of the week.
Worth it.
It's so worth it. Look at your doggy stuff.
This is Waffles. She just turned 2, I think. This summer
happy birthday, Waffles.
It's Waffles. She's a Cavapoo, part King Charles Cavalier, part poodle. She barks at the TV, which might be an intelligence issue. And then she Jojo tired. Then she'll look behind the TV to like see where the animals are, but she loves barking. So we go, Waffles, look at the TV, and then she like gets excited to bark. Like I think she craves it. I think she likes to bark.
She likes entertainment.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
She enjoys the arts.
She does. She's a what's not the opposite of a Philistine? Someone who loves the arts. Yes.
A philanderer.
Oh yeah.
No.
I think that's something else again, but I know what you mean.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, you're so cute. Waffles,
right,
look at the camera. It's your boy. It's your boy. This is Rocky. He's a Chihuahua. He looks like a papillon because of his ears, but
Papillon.
Full bred Chihuahua. I love him.
Oh, you don't see an Oreo Chihuahua like that too often.
No, he has his dad's body, his mother's coloring. So,
Oh,
yeah.
So
We
he
got
has
him
He has
after-
Mark's body.
Well, if that's the case, then sure, we'll go with Mark's body and Quarter Black's coloring.
Oh, look at the little paws.
Yeah. He's got short, stubby legs too, which is so cute.
Waffles,
He's
look
got
at
a little
the TV.
spot
Look,
on
it's a
his back.
dog. Look, it's a dog. Do you see
I
the
know. Say hi, Waffles.
Waffles, look.
Hi.
I got a friend for you, Waffles.
Look, a friend. Oh my gosh.
Waffles like, I don't give a F. That don't look like a dog.
So cute. I'm going to see if I can find my other cat, actually. You've seen one. I feel like you have to see the other.
Oh, we
They're
must
so
see the other
cute.
one.
We'll grab the other big fluffy cat. I will be back momentarily.
She's
I think I know where
25
it is.
pounds. And
Waffles is actually pretty small.
she feels heavier right now.
I thought she would be like 45, to be honest.
Yeah.
Aw,
She's full grown.
I
What else
love
would
her.
you
Where's
like?
your puppy?
And where's Muffin? Can you go get Muffin? Waffles, can you go find Muffin? Find
Oh,
Muffin.
oh, Rocky, no, not the wine.
Oh, all right. Go find
Oh,
Muffin.
these cats are so cute. Here, go on, baby boy.
Here's the cat.
This looks like the other cat.
This is the other cat. This is Rafita.
Cleaning.
Looks exactly the same.
Yes, that's his little brother.
I love when cats do this with their arms. It's like my favorite thing.
It is my favorite, and they wave hello. This is
Hey,
Rafita.
guys.
He's slightly smaller, but not much smaller.
I could never own a cat because they always look like they're judging you, and I would get very self-conscious.
I always feel like they're plotting your death.
They're always plotting something. Like I have this photo of Rafita and Vladimir from when they were a bit younger, sitting around their little water fountain that they have, and they're both looking at me like this,
striking a pose.
literally like I've caught them plotting something, and I'm like, what were you guys just talking about? Don't know if I should be concerned or amused.
Do your cats get along?
They do. They love each other so much. It's so cute. Like I catch them sometimes on the cat tree in the day, just grooming each other, and I always say, "Oh, it's fun."
Like showing each other like pornographic books and things like that.
Wow. The other type of grooming, the
original grooming.
The original
Okay.
grooming. Yes. No, they're so cute. They love each other so much. It's very, very wholesome little relationship.
I love that. I love that. Pets
really
are the
cute.
best.
And they're hypoallergenic, believe it or not, even though they're very fluffy.
That is a shock.
I
It
mean,
is
they're
a
no.
huge shock.
It's no dog, but
Are you a dog person, Chrissy?
yes, I've never owned a cat. And I actually like never had a dog as a kid either growing up. We had a stray dog that we kept in the backyard for a while, called it Benji, because I think it was some kind of schnauzer or terrier breed. And then my dad one day, Benji got loose, aka my dad just opened the fence and like let him leave. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sure he was just like, bye. We're sick of feeding you.
Going on an adventure.
Yeah, I always wanted a dog growing up. But I had gerbils. I had 2 gerbils named Sugar and Spice, and I was in 5th grade.
Was the Powerpuff Girls related?
Actually, no. And when I was at school one day, this is the story my mom said, but that Sugar ate Spice. And that supposedly that's common with like sister gerbils, and she just attacked the other one to the death, and my mom had to like spoon out her fucking corpse and chuck it. I never saw it.
Disturbing. I hope you never saw that.
I don't know what she did with it. She probably threw it over the fence because we had like woods in our backyard. She probably just chucked it back there for a raccoon. Ugh.
Oh my god. That's freaky. That's freaky.
And then after that, I would like sort of look at her with the side eye. I was like, dun, dun, dun.
You did wrong.
How could you?
Am I next? That's what I'd be thinking.
And she was like, "Bitch, give me an empty toilet paper roll. Stop looking at me like that." And she would chew it up. Like they constantly have to chew because their teeth are always growing. Which is what AOC has actually. She just has to gnaw on something all the time. It's a little known fact.
Should tell Alex Stein that.
I'm sure again. Oh, great. This is from the intro. Grady, like the rest of us, fell head over heels for Chrissy. His assaulter needs a nickname. How about Will I Am Shakespeare or Popeyes? For obvious reasons, he popped a guy with 4 eyes. Oh, yeah. Some people were calling him the cyclist. I was calling him a basketball American. Yeah. It's LA, I guess.
I hope Grady posted a picture a week out of the injuries because I mean,
yeah, he seems to be in kind of good spirits. Like right after it happened, he was doing interviews. He seemed jovial, like still definitely drunk or concussed. It's hard to tell the difference, but I just hope his head is okay.
I do too. I hope he got a CT scan because that was a hard hit.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Grady, if you're watching, I'll have to message him and be like, "Did you? X-ray girl wants to know if you got a Connecticut scan."
Should I look on Wiki or sorry, not Wiki? What is that website with all those like urbandictionary.com?
Oh,
Urban Dictionary.
I love Urban Dictionary.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Elsid. Thank you for the pink boy. Chrissy, the year is 2027. The dollar has collapsed. NYC has fallen into disarray. People are literally eating their neighbors and gangs control the streets. Frank left days ago in search of a way out, and you need to buy more time. No food. I swear to God, I thought this was going to be about sex. 1 out of 2. My God, I'm like waiting with bated breath here.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh no, 2 out of 2. Which dog do you eat, muffin or waffles? I couldn't.
No,
that's cruel.
I really couldn't. Because think about it, like eating a dog, that's only gonna keep you alive. What?
It's temporary.
Temporary.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather them eat me. Honestly, I'd be like, start with, well, not my feet because I need that for wiki feet. I'd be like, start with a thigh or something. No, I would try to forage. I would start foraging berries and
I would eat dirt, I think.
Yeah.
Before I'd eat my pets.
There's so much you could eat.
I would take muffin and waffles. I'd be like, let's go see who in town maybe has died recently that we could eat. I would be like, use your little sniffers and let's see who has passed away.
We're gonna just go to the local Costco or go up to the local base and maybe take some of the guns there and go hunting.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, Mazee was odd. I haven't seen you in a minute. The timing on the brand situation is similar to the timing of the charges against Trump. There was plenty of time to levy these charges before, which makes the timing sus. As I like to say, election season is coming.
Oh, that's actually true. Bringing up that because I'm sure Russell Brand would have a large voice in election.
Gosh, yeah, they're trying to just bleed him of his funds and take up all his time and headspace. Yeah, we're really covering all the corners here. We went from Russell Brand to which dog would you eat? I could not. I would have to learn. I would have to tap into my old Girl Scouting skills.
Yeah. Plus, like, if you eat a dog, like, think of it with like fish. You have to do so much to like prep your meat, and I would be crying the entire time. Not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah. This has been my favorite story of the week by a long shot, and it's Lauren Boebert's Boobgate. Boobgate 2023. Basically, some footage came out of her at a Beetlejuice play with her new boyfriend, who is a Democrat, which might be the spiciest part of this whole story, but he's a Democrat. I guess owns a bar in Aspen or somewhere in Colorado. And I don't know who controls the security footage here, but for some reason they zoomed in on these two and just caught him getting a hot handful. I guess she got kicked out initially for vaping because there was a pregnant woman nearby who was like, about smoke. I wonder if this guy set her up. I really don't care for his boot grabbing technique. It's not showing yet.
She's so dressed up for
Mm,
a movie or
the musical.
musical. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a musical.
Look at this.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
It's a full-on honk.
that is. I hadn't seen that part. I'd only seen the vaping and I think this bit.
There, I retweeted a long.
Wow.
Oh, that was a big handful. Oh my goodness.
That was
And I
that
guess-
was like.
I guess
could that
pregnant woman, a sad and miserable person, which she must have been drunk to go there.
Lauren?
Yeah, and then
And
she
you said
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a first date?
I think they've been seeing each other for a while, actually.
I don't know.
Let me go to the one that I retweeted.
As I get older, those type of antics, it's like that was teenager years. It's so juvenile, you know.
And you do that in a cinema as well. You don't do that in a theater in front of a live show.
No.
Like it's a very very different vibe.
Y'all
She
are
was.
adults. Go
Yeah.
back home to get a good crap.
Literally get a
car.
room. Literally get a room. And you know, I used to be an usher at a theater in Sydney, like before
Really?
yeah, that was my day job. Well, night job while I was at university was ushering at a theater, and we used to get all manner of weird people that would come in doing
I
all
wanna hear
manner of
stories.
oh god. The bag checks were always interesting. One time, a new usher, it was his first day on the job. We had to check people's bags on the way in case they were like smuggling glass or whatever. He opened it up and found a chihuahua. That was quite a good day at the theater. Actually, there were heart attacks. There was a person who came up to me once at interval and said, "I'm sorry, would you mind if we switch seats? The person next to my wife has been farting throughout all of Act 1 and she's finding it very offensive." I said, "Of course, sir, you can sit wherever you want." You don't know, like weird stuff would happen. So when I'm watching Bobit getting kicked out of the theater and vaping, I'm thinking, yes, she would have been my absolute nightmare patron. And I know, like, you know, we can laugh about it and stuff, but at the end of the day, if I'd been an usher on that night, I would have been extremely upset.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just honking away. Just honking away.
If I'd
No
been
food.
ushering, if I'd been ushering and I'd seen that, I would have just been like, you know, F you.
Like, what is this? What is this? The junior prom? What grown man feels a boob like that?
And
Like,
like,
come
he's like in
on.
his
He should be
30s. I don't know
embarrassed.
how old she is.
She's 36 or 37. He's, I think, 42. He
Both
should
old
know
enough
better.
to know better. Both
Oh,
old enough to know better.
She's not comfortable. She's like, haha, okay, stop. Like, you're
Oh my god,
literally-
what's she doing with her hand?
Oh, she's
is
sort
she
of-
giving him a hand?
You want to know what
I-
she does with her left
I
hand?
don't know if she's giving a proper hand job. She might just be like
I
trying
see.
to calm him down. She's trying to fiddle with the joystick, see if he can get him
she's
to
doing.
stop.
Well, when you're a public figure, you should know people are watching you.
Look, there.
That
Oh,
looks
it's right
like
in there.
upper thigh. This
That's-
his penis is here. I
Well,
think.
that's what
Well,
we
if it's a
think.
shorty,
Like,
maybe
you
they're
never
both
know.
back.
You think it's
Be
over
anywhere.
here? You think it's towards his knee?
I don't know, but man, look, if it hangs left, you never know.
Oh my god! You think it's just going down his pant leg?
Hey, Chrissy, some people I've seen due to X-rays that you'd be surprised.
I want to do like, I don't know, a watch along or something at your job one day. Like an
Not
X-ray
actually
along.
that exciting, but if we ever did a bunch of like pelvic X-rays, yeah, you see it clear as day.
Wow.
You see the size of everyone's dick who gets an X-ray.
In the hip area.
Best job. You have the best job. Why would you ever leave?
Well, because most of them are old.
Like, you get to see dicks, and you're also considered medical, so it's the best of both worlds.
Oh, all I can say is the quality of men that come in that I would hit on is very low. So
Okay.
it's
Right,
it's
let's
not
hear
my
if it's
favorite
rose.
age range. I mean, hey, if I'm into older men, sure, that probably wouldn't be a bad way to kind of screen the guys.
No.
Yeah, you're like, I know what you got, what you're working with, homie. I see it.
I can see that, where they live, where
That's
they
out of the
work.
bag.
Oh my goodness.
Do
So
we need to see more of this boob footage? I mean, that was pretty much the gist.
that was
a
I
lot
think
of
we got the
content.
grasp of that
Mm.
as well as he did.
Yeah. I think we handled that topic well, ladies.
It was overly handled.
Wait. Do you think those are real or are they fake? I think they're fake, but I mean, it could be wrong.
Well, she's had 4 kids. So
Has
it
she
could have
had 4
been.
kids?
Yes. Okay, here's the thing. People are like, oh my God, she's divorced. How could she? She got married at 18 years old.
Wow.
Because she had been married for like 18 years. She probably married her high school sweetheart, banged
Mm.
out 4 kids, has probably had just maybe just one dick her whole life. And now she's like, yeah, I'm gonna put the vibe out. It's still summer. I'm gonna wear a nude dress with my tits out. But again, when you're in Congress, like maybe you got to be careful about what you do in public.
Probably. It's a shame because, like, I think she looks fabulous in the dress. Like,
She looks amazing.
That's
banging.
great.
And,
And
like,
she's very pretty.
she's very pretty. I think it's amazing she's that teeny weeny if she's had 4 kids. Like, wow, like her workout routine must be excellent. And it looks commendable that she's been married when she was 18. And I'd like, yeah, she's going through a very public divorce, and I certainly don't begrudge her going on a date. But if you're in Congress, man, like you're sort of, there's a big part of you that's public property, you know?
Right.
Just be a little bit careful. Be a little bit careful.
Yeah, you're not in like a fun public job. You're in like a very
No.
serious. You're like if you're a public person and your personality has anything to do with your, I mean, not that her personality has nothing to do with it, but kind of hard to be a sassy congresswoman, really, unless you're AOC. Like the left can have a sassy congresswoman. Why can't the right?
Mm.
It was
Only
very
leftists
untoward.
are allowed to be
But here's the
sassy.
thing: who do you blame? Do you blame her or do you blame the guy for that public honking?
Both, because it didn't look like she stopped it either.
Yeah, she let him grope around like he was
Oh, she was
blind
having
and
a great
reading Braille. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And she was vaping. Like, she was literally vaping in the theater.
I think vaping inside is no, you don't do that.
No,
Doesn't everyone
In public.
vape inside though? I see so many people
in
doing
public, and I wouldn't be blowing it onto the person in front of me, either.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Maybe he was
don't
just
vape
looking.
either.
Maybe he was just looking for her vape. Maybe she keeps it in her bra.
Where is it? I need to search for it. Maybe he's actually blind.
Is
He's
it
like
in
looking for
here?
her face.
Yeah,
maybe he wanted to just stroke her, like, pinch her cheek in an affectionate sort of way. But
It's
it was
like,
just
oh
a
yeah,
little bit
that's
not too
close.
all right. That feels like a cheek.
You
but
know
maybe not
what?
quite.
I'm winning. I think I'm pinching your cheek, but this is even better.
Oh my gosh. So Boebert blames vaping, groping slip up at Beetlejuice show on her eccentric personality.
Oh, Lauren.
Oh no. Firebrand rep Lauren Boebert blamed her frisky vaping behavior at a recent performance of Beetlejuice on her overly animated personality. That's my excuse. I was a little too eccentric. I am very known for having an animated personality, maybe overly animated personality. What? What does that have to do with what happened? The 36-year-old Colorado rabble rouser recounted on One American News Network. Boebert and her date were booted from the Denver show last Sunday after blowing a plume of vape smoke into the air. But footage also showed the mom of 4 groping her male companion's crotch mid-show. See,
Right.
no, the takeaway is the boob grabbing. The crotch grab is like incidental at best.
And that was after the boob grabbing, so she was just reciprocating.
She probably was just checking, like, oh, are you doing this? I wonder if
I don't think she
someone
was
up here.
grabbing his dick. I think she was trying to nicely like touch him and kind of like get him to stop. Like,
That's a good
okay,
point, Chrissy.
that's
actually.
enough. Like,
She's
all
trying to
right.
placate him, sort of. Like,
Yeah.
later, honey, later.
Yeah, I love this, but let's bring this. Let's put a pin in this.
Yeah. Restart this later on.
Wilbert and her date were booted from the Denver show last Sunday after blowing the vape. Okay, so maybe that's why they had to look at the footage, because to prove the vape smoking. I was laughing, I was singing, having a fantastic time. Was told to kind of settle it down a little bit, which I did. But then my next slip up was taking a picture, Bobert explained on OAN. Bobert, who was going through a divorce, was with her new boo, Quinn Gallagher, a Democratic Aspen bar owner. So you know he has money, who also was caught fondling her breasts during the show. News of her wild weekend exploit quickly went viral. Bobert blamed the media for amplifying the affair. Oh, let's see what she has to say.
We just had Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, announce an impeachment inquiry yesterday. We're facing a government shutdown and trying to fund the federal government. We have a wide open southern border. We have Zelensky.
I think she should have owned it and worn the same dress.
On the same dress,
yeah. That night, like no blazer, just like, hey guys,
hey. She
babe.
looked terrific. Like she's in
She really
terrific
did.
shape. Yeah,
she looks like a freaking college student here.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
She is.
Threatening to send refugees here. And what's the top story? Lauren Boebert getting kicked out of the Buell Theater in Denver, Colorado.
It's what the media does. It's what the media does. So what?
Also, you have a great rack, Lauren.
It is.
It's fine.
I was a little too eccentric. I'm very known for having
I don't know. I would say she has a well-rounded personality.
Animated personality, maybe overtly animated personality. I was laughing, I was singing, having a fantastic time. Was told to kind of settle it down a little bit, which I did. But then my next slip up was taking a picture of
you can't take any images of the play. I've done it too. I've snuck them. Right. So you got thrown out because you took a pic and you weren't supposed to. But you know what?
Right.
Here's my whole thing.
There was no arguing. There's reports saying that I was arguing, threatening to call the Denver mayor. I don't know why I would ever call the Denver mayor. I think he would have tried to lock me up.
Yeah.
There's reports saying I was on the board of something. I don't know what I'm on the board of. I'm on the edge of a lot of things, let me tell you.
Well, probably the people that complained. Here's what I'm thinking. You're in Denver, Lauren. It's very liberal. The people that complained to the ushers that you were being noisy could have recognized you and been like, oh, that's that MAGA girl. Yeah, exactly. You know how they are. I get it. Congresswoman.
I don't know. She kind of looks like a standard hot girl. I guess I wouldn't think it was her.
I think that what's funny is the boob grabbing and the vaping wasn't addressed in this, and maybe it was just because it was a clip, and that would be something I'd be more concerned about than of her getting excited, being extroverted at a musical and taking pictures. Like that's like,
and maybe she's trying to make it more about that than about the boob grabbing and the vaping. Which is
she's probably trying to divert attention away from that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you've got a great rap, okay?
Yeah,
own it.
I'm only guilty of one thing, and that's having a fantastic rack.
I'd kill for Lauren Boebert's rack. Seriously, she looks phenomenal.
Yeah. Wow. Initially, a spokesperson for Boebert denied reports that she was booted from the musical for vaping.
She told them, I was reading about it afterwards. She said that try as she might, she told her team she couldn't even remember the vaping, but she said, look, it's on the camera footage, so I guess I did.
Yeah.
I think she probably had a little bit
too much to drink.
And she's tiny as well, so I'd imagine it would not take very much alcohol
She's a 2-beer queer for sure. Yeah. I can confirm the stunning and salacious rumors in her personal time. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is indeed a supporter of the performing arts. And to the dismay of a select few, enthusiastically enjoyed a weekend performance of Beetlejuice. Can't a woman enjoy a performance and get her tit grabbed?
In peace and quiet today. What's society coming to?
Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, in case, like anybody, in case anybody does any hoe shit ever, just be like, I'm sorry, I'm so enthusiastic. It's my bubbly personality.
I'm eccentric.
Yes, I'm eccentric, for Christ's sakes. I can't enjoy a play. It's like you were caught jerking a guy off in his car. Like, oh,
That's my eccentricity.
I can't enjoy the arts on my day off.
This is on OnlyFans. Why can't it be in my car?
I guess I have too much pep in my step for you people.
I'm just too bubbly. Just my personality is just too bubbly. Oh, God.
I'm sorry, I can't be a wallflower. It is a funny cope. It is definitely a very funny cope. And what else you can do? You gotta divert the attention. And they said they checked the surveillance footage about the vaping. There's no perfect blueprint for going through a public and difficult divorce. I mean, I think getting your tit grabbed at the theater is not a bad way to go, which over the past few months has made for a challenging personal time for me and my entire family. Again, this is a little bit of a diversion. Bober wrote in my Colba on social media on Friday. Yeah, they're sitting right here. I mean, where were they? Here. They were here.
Oh, yeah, with that, yeah.
Yeah. They're good.
You just would never think. I mean, why didn't they? Probably because they have decent tickets. They're pretty close to the front. Like the orchestra's right here. I would say if you want to, get felt up and fingered, you'd have to sit over here.
Right at the back there.
You got to sit by the soundboard, okay?
Yeah.
Where people aren't watching you.
Right by the restroom is ideal, or on the second level, even better. But how are you going to know where the cameras are in this place? I didn't even know these places had cameras.
Or just go to a classic theater,
Oh, like a movie theater?
Yeah.
Go to the cinema.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I've tried to handle it with strength and grace as best I can, but I simply fell short of my values on Sunday. Right, and she can't say I was drunk,
No. I fell short of my values. I was 3 sheets to the wind.
Yes, my blood alcohol level was way beyond the legal limit. I'm glad we took an Uber. If it's any consolation, he did way more in the Uber on the way home.
Yes. I mean, look, she's very apologetic. Like,
Look how hot she is.
Yeah.
That dress looks amazing on her.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
She looks phenomenal. And she's had 4 kids.
Yeah, they came out of this.
Dang girl.
They came out of here.
Incredible.
Wow.
Bravo, Lauren Burbett.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I don't know who this is. Maybe this is the guy.
I like how he's waving.
Is this the
He
middle
looks like
finger?
maybe the security or something. He's got some earpiece in.
Earpiece or a long sideburn.
Oh, yeah.
See, if I'm a congresswoman, fine, wear this hot little number, but bring a cardigan. Like, what was on your seat? At least at this point, like, you're being kicked out, throw the cardigan on because people are going to be.
You're going out into the public. Yep.
Oh, but this is her first boob gate. So she's learned many a lesson, I think. Let's see. Family drama. Boebert had filed for divorce from her husband Jason back in April. A month prior, she revealed her son Tyler at 17 knocked up a girl. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
So she's basically getting like, what's her face? She ran with John McCain. She's from Alaska. She was like, pew, pew, pew. What the fuck was her name? She reminds me of her a little bit. And her, one of her.
She was like Army.
Oh, Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin.
She does look like Sarah Palin.
She's giving Sarah Palin vibes right now. One of her kids knocked somebody up as a teen, right wing, cute, brunette. Same idea. The firebrand lawmaker has reportedly been dating Gallagher for months. He co-owns the Hooch. I wonder if it's named after her. Craft cocktail bar in Aspen, which has hosted a drag show in the past. Oh my God.
It
only matters if there were kids there. It doesn't, if it's adult only, then that's fine. Boebert, who has a rap sheet of arrests, has been fiercely critical of drag shows. I'm sure she's been critical of the drag shows that have kids at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, military and classrooms. So, I mean, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
she's not critical of drag, full stop.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I don't like that they're trying to make that point.
I feel like that's a giant reach that the New York Post is trying to make there.
Yeah.
That's a massive leap.
It's a huge difference, but like not everyone is familiar with drag shows. I think probably a lot of people on the right, like, I mean, unless you had a bachelorette party or lived in New York City or something, I think a lot of people aren't really that familiar with drag, and maybe the first they're hearing of it is that it's being used to groom kids, so that might make a lot of people just blanket, stereotype all of drag.
Probably.
Um,
Which is unfortunate because drag is really fun when it's for adults.
It's so fun.
It's meant for adults. Yeah.
It is. It's meant for adults and it's fun.
Oh my gosh. I hosted a show at the Stonewall Inn for 6 years, and we would have like LGBT comics. This is before like the social like really the social aspect of it kicked up. But it would be so much fun. And we had this, I remember when Caitlyn Jenner first came out as trans, I had a Caitlyn Jenner themed comedy show, and I dressed in like the white corset. I had like a wig on. I was in like the outfit that Caitlyn Jenner like came out, and then we had someone on performing on the show named Trans Francisco. Like, it was hilarious.
That's so fun.
So fun. It was a blast. And like there were never kids at these things. It was just never an issue.
Gotten to this point because it's given them a bad name for normal drag queens.
Yeah. The good ones.
The good ones.
Yeah, it only seems to be recently that drag's got so caught up in this kind of gender ideology, because the whole gag of drag is that it's a dude dressing as a woman. It's not someone literally identifying as a woman.
Right.
So the fact that the sort of radical gender brigade has jumped onto it as a way to teach children about gender fluidity doesn't actually make any sense, because that drag is very, very binary. It's about a man pretending to be a woman. So it must really irritate the crap out of your average drag queen that there's this faction of activists ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah, and it probably ruins business for all the drag queens that are not trying to groom kids, that are not trying to perform in front of kids. It's bad for everybody.
They just want to do it for fun, for the theater, for the maybe
they like to put together. Yeah, maybe they're great at sewing. Maybe they're great at putting costumes together. Maybe they're great dancers or great singers, or
great at makeup, all sorts of things.
So they love drunk girls on their bachelorette party. It's like shortly after Boebert narrowly squeaked out a victory in Colorado's R+15 3rd Congressional District, she vowed to be a good listener, take a deep breath, and help take the temperature down in D.C. Well, I feel like she's only raising the temperature.
Oh.
She's only making it hotter. Boebert has been
raised my temperature, that's for sure.
For her pugnacious temperament. I'm sorry, I have a pugnacious temperament. My tits are out. In which she poses with high-powered firearms and purportedly gets into bathroom fights with Marjorie Taylor Greene. She already committed to pursuing a third term in Congress, setting on a potential collision course with Aspen City Councilman Adam Frisch. Maybe that's why she spent so much time in Aspen and met her boyfriend over there. Ooh, Boebert barely fended off a challenge from Frisch in the 2022 cycle by a wafer-thin 546 votes.
Oh, wow. That's close.
Dang. It's very tight.
I have to go to the comments because we love the New York Post comments. I think she was high. There were several attempts. There were several attempts by the usher to ask her to behave in a theater setting that were ignored until the usher said that they have to bring in the Denver police. Oops, can't have that be subjugated to a drug test. So she went. The cops.
Not a bad point.
The cops can't make you take a drug test for being disruptive in public. Okay. Well, folks, I guess in the long run, her actions are better than the Democrat running for office doing porn for political donations in Virginia. Gosh, I think I just heard about that.
I hadn't heard about that. That sounds interesting.
Let me look that up.
Yeah.
Does she do porn?
Now I'm looking up Virginia porn. I am not getting the results I want. Okay.
Should I go to urbandictionary.com for you?
Virginia porn into Urban Dictionary and see what happens.
Oh, Democrat running for office porn. Oh, thank God.
Oh, I don't think we're going to find it.
Okay, good. Checking the article. No porn. Okay, yes, this is true. What a perfect SImpCast topic this is. Here she is. Gorgeous. I get it.
Beautiful.
Virginia candidate performed sex acts with husband in live videos. This is Virginia legislative candidate Susanna Gibson.
Dang.
Oof. Okay, so she had sex with her husband in live videos posted on a pornographic website and asked viewers to pay them money in return for carrying out specific sex acts. So what is this? OnlyFans? Chatterbait? What is this?
Look, at least it was with her husband.
Right.
You know? That's vaguely wholesome. But not really.
Very putting the whole in wholesome, indeed. Oh, I'm sorry you don't like my
as he entered her.
Personality. I'm sorry, I'm just too fun and quirky for you. I'm too bombastic.
If you vote for her, I will come in her.
Right. Ooh, what's this?
God.
It's a box of extra ballots. Ooh, naughty, naughty. Where was this hiding?
Oh, where would you like me to put it?
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we're just gonna see more and more of this, because lots of people are doing OnlyFans, and I don't know, it feels like the norm now.
I think that's the crazy thing about doing it so young. You don't know what you want to do with your life after.
Yes,
so
you're pigeonholing yourself.
yeah, you're really cornering your own market on what you can do.
Right. Really cornering your market. She's running for a seat in the Virginia House of Delegates in a district just outside Richmond. So how did this come out? How did these videos come out? Which it was denounced as sharing of videos as a violation of the law and her privacy. Gibson called the exposure of the videos the worst gutter politics. I mean, but they're public, right?
Did she upload them? If that's the case, then
probably.
Is it really
Gibson
an
said that
infringement for privacy?
exposing the videos is an illegal invasion of my privacy designed to humiliate me and my family. But where were the videos?
Didn't she put that? She put them up though, didn't she? Like her phone. It's not like her phone was hacked. She
they're
put them on
live
the internet.
videos posted on a website. So either she or her husband knowingly posted these videos.
Chat is saying on Chatterbait.
Okay, that checks out.
So
you guys always know where to find the juiciness. Yeah, then that's not really an invasion of privacy. It's like, yeah, guys in politics definitely watch porn. So it's possible they will come across it.
Yeah, it's funny because like people have, cornered themselves in like teachers, students,
We need more politicians. We need to broaden the niches a little bit. Gibson had an account on Chatterbait, a legal website where viewers can watch live. Also, Chatterbait made famous by a Mr. Jack Murphy, if you will remember.
Oh my god.
Back in the day.
Oh yeah.
69.
Yes. 69. Mr. Beardster, or whatever his name was. A legal website where viewers can watch live webcam performances that feature nudity and sexual activity. According to the screenshots reviewed by the AP, the video show Gibson and her husband, John David Gibson, having sex and at times looking into the camera and asking viewers for their vote. Oh, for donations in the form of tokens or tips.
She thought this was part of her campaign.
Oh, that would be
Can you
iconic.
imagine?
Come on, just lean in.
That will happen.
Just lean into it. Yeah. There's a lot of ballot box jokes to be made. Putting the box in ballot box. Chatterbait videos are streamed live and often archived on other publicly available sites. The Post reported. more than a dozen videos posted under Gibson's Chatterbait username were archived on one of those websites. Recurbate. I never heard of that. In September 22, the month after she announced her candidacy. The most recent were 2 videos archived on September 30th, 2022. Oh, man. It's unclear when the live stream occurred. So she probably was doing this up until she decided to run and probably figured, like, let me delete my account. All is
No
well.
111, no. No
The
111
internet is not forever.
No. The
No one will be
internet
the wiser.
can be erased.
So that's probably why she feels like, and it was an invasion of her privacy. Because I
Yeah.
imagine if you're running for office, you're going to delete your account, not knowing that similarly to like, even the photos that I post on Instagram end up on like FAP sites, like because I get Google alerts under my name, and I'll get an alert like nude Chrissie Mayr photos. I'm like, this will be interesting, and it's just like me in a bathing suit, like shit I post publicly, and it ends up on like a FAP site, and I'm like, all right, but this stuff gets copied and reposted, who knows where. So she was probably a little naive there.
Living in a free world.
You're born is forever, people.
Yeah.
Daisy has to run. Let me make sure there are no Daisy related questions, queries, thoughts in the chat here in our super chat section. Quickly from Dave Chandler. Daisy, inserting drag into gender ideology makes perfect sense. It's just one more cultural barrier being knocked over, just like all the others. That is a very good point, Dave.
That is an excellent point. I agree. The long march through the institutions, which now includes drag.
Right. It's art. Oh, being a pedo is just gay, you know.
Oh God. Oh God.
It's just a different kind of gay. Push-ups confirming Bobert is hot in person. Thank you for that. Good to have boots on the ground at all times, or boobs on the ground. Nice rack. That could be for any of us. Really.
Not for me.
Probably
no.
Bobert to be Christy, I feel like you're a 10 out of 10.
Well, yes, it's my time of the month right now. It makes sense. Dave Chandler, Chrissy, thanks for letting me join the fun on SImpCast. I love the show. Cheers to all the ladies and gents. Daisy and X-Ray Girl are awesome.
Thank you.
You are awesome. Yeah, I can do the rest of these. Daisy, thank you so much for your time for simping with us tonight. And we simp for you as well, including Goodnight Mister, who is simping for you currently.
Thank you so much for having me, Chrissy. It was so much fun as always. X-Ray Girl, it was lovely to virtually meet you. And hopefully I end up with the two of you and drink in the UK, running around the London pubs one night, because that did sound like a very good night.
That would be great. And then when we get too drunk, we'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm too boisterous for you people.
I'm too eccentric. I'm eccentric. That's why.
Oh, my Tetrad, I'm so eccentric.
My eccentric personality is making me do this. That's it.
I'm too American for this.
I can't handle all this personality.
Oh my God. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for having me.
Nice meeting you.
Nice. Bye.
Stylish and beautiful as always. We love you,
You're
Daisy.
stylish and beautiful as always. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God, I love her.
This is my first time meeting her. I'm like, I just subbed to her channel, so I'm excited to see.
You guys should collab. I think she drinks. She's got an eccentric, sassy personality, just like Lauren Boebert. So yeah.
We like the eccentricities, so
we do. We like it. My God, I am waiting. Okay, let's see. Amanda, Wicked Virtue. Who knows if she'll come? Marion Morgan. Who knows? Anna is driving back from. She's looking at a wedding venue.
Oh, wedding planning.
I know.
Oh, I miss that. I really miss that.
When did you get married?
I got married 2021.
Wow, pandemic wedding. I wish I could have
yeah.
done a pandemic wedding.
Yeah, it was really nice because then we could keep the wedding small. Or sorry, 2020. Was it 2021 or 2020? I feel like a man right now. I don't remember the date. No, 2022. It was 2022.
Okay.
And we kept the list so small, even smaller than I would have liked it. But like compared to your wedding, which I just found all your candles, by the way, that I took from your venue. I don't know if you can see it right over here. There's like 3 of them.
I
there.
love these. Oh, I'm so happy that not everyone remembered to take one because we have so many extra, and I just like they are scented like my vagina. I'm sure, as you'll know when you open it up and
Wait,
smell
should
it.
I sniff it again?
Sniff
Like
it,
it's been a
sniff it. No,
while.
it's actually not smelling. It's not scented to my vag. Of course, I'm very expensive and
You're
take
not like
forever.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Squeeze my essence into each one would take forever. It's I think it's some kind of vanilla.
It smelled like vanilla.
Wood scent.
It's so nice. And yeah, just wedding planning was so great during the pandemic. Your wedding was lovely. I think it was almost like it felt like a meetup almost.
It was a meetup. I should have just written it off as a text.
You should have. Well, you kind of did make content out of it. There were some videos from your intro.
There were people that wanted to live stream it. I'm like, that would be okay. Then I would be a grifter if I live streamed my wedding. I mean, we had a live stream going in a tent, but we forgot to tell people about it. Like it was for people to do like confessionals and like leave advice for us, but we forgot to tell the band leader to announce it. So yeah, exactly. No one had no idea. It was back by the cake. It was like all the way in the front of the room. So no one knew. No one knew it was there.
No one left any confessionals.
No, just like a couple people wandered in and was like, "Oh, this isn't the bathroom," like drunkenly. Yeah, it was like a meetup, but it was fun because I think so many of my friends knew each other. I think the most awkward people there were family because they were like, "Who the fuck are these 150 people we've never seen, heard of, know anything about?"
Because I feel like there was more people from the internet there than there was your families.
Yeah, I have a very small family. Like just my dad's side he's got like one brother, one sister. The brother has no kids. The sister has 3 kids who couldn't make it. And my mom's dead and she had no siblings. So it was very small on my side. But then Frank is Italian, so he had a fuck ton of relatives.
Oh my God.
They're all
As
delightful.
Italians do.
It's
insane how many siblings Italians have. My mother-in-law she's always listing people. Oh yeah, my cousin, my this, my that. And I'm like, I'm glad we didn't have a big wedding because I think it'd just be your family there, to be honest.
It is nerve-wracking. I think the hardest part, and that's what I told Anna, is finding a venue. Because and she already has her dress. Once you lock down a venue, the rest is easy. It's like, okay, just find a florist, just find your music source, whether it's a DJ or a band, and then like the rest kind of comes together.
Absolutely. And your wedding was really fun.
Most
fun ones I've been to, not that year, but in my life.
I wish I could do it again and like do it like at in slow motion, like do it at half speed.
Because you started at what time? The
5? Ceremony, I think, started at 6.
6. So it was a pretty short day.
Yeah,
in all aspects. Then,
right? Because the reception ended at 11, and then the after party was like 11, 12.
We went to bed around 2.
Yeah.
But
God, it was all in one building. I like that I didn't have to like send people driving out. Oh,
I hate that when you have to go to like the church and then drive to the next venue because you're like, I don't know what to do while y'all.
That's what I wanted to avoid because I was like, people get lost. I don't want people to think they shouldn't drink as much as humanly possible. That's what weddings are for.
But we did that anyways. Or at least I did. It's very on brand.
Oh, that was great. I started, you start getting your hair and makeup done at 10 a.m. And they're like, well, you want some champagne? I'm like, well, it's okay.
It's just my wedding day.
Yeah. And then you have time to sober up. Oh, thank you, Chip Douglas. A man of few words. A man of no words. Thank you, Chip. Oh, it's Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. As always, I appreciate you in my life. I don't know if I tell you that enough. Thank you for Jesus gave me a thumbs up. Clint Torres. Chrissy, did you see her OAN interview? I know she didn't pull the "Do you know who I am" card. Oof, I really hope that
Bogart?
she didn't. Yeah. They're claiming that she did, but it seems like she was drunk or high and maybe doesn't recall or want to recall what she said. You can't let that happen. When you're a congresswoman, you can't have too much fun like that in public. Isabella, I think
Absolutely.
we are abreast of the situation indeed. Dave Chandler, Boebert and every Republican should know better. Yeah, probably. You're not you don't have your job because you're fun. So
Well, and any public figure, I feel like you should know not to perform any sexual acts in public, especially when you're a politician, because that
yeah,
sort of stuff can stain your
stain.
reputation.
No pun intended. No one likes a stain on their pants, on their reputation. I don't think she was jerking him off per se.
No. I mean, she might have felt a bit like, "Ooh, is he? Is he not? Maybe, maybe not."
Yeah.
But even
I'm
just
just
the
gonna
boob grabbing.
yeah, I'm just gonna see if you're hard. I'm just gonna
It's like
check
a light
in.
feel, you know, is it
I'm just
working?
gonna do a little bit of a wellness check on your lower half.
Are my boobs still working?
Yeah. Hey, it's called she still got it at 36, 37 years old. Good for her.
Yeah. I hope my gravity hasn't taken effect at
No.
37. So
Gosh, no. She may have had a little surgical assistance, but that's her
hey, I
prerogative.
can't blame her. I can't blame her.
Yeah. If your kids suck the life out of you, come on. You have to rebuild and rebrand.
Mhm. A little implant, a little lift can do a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, I'm gonna send a link out. I'm gonna send out the bat signal. Let's see. I'll send it out to Leanne. I sent it out to a few other people. We had a couple people have some last minute things come up.
I feel like because it was a little early, more than usual.
That's it.
So
That's what it is. I'm throwing people off their rhythm.
through a little loop.
Jeffro life. You need a night vision goggles to catch Boebert. Meanwhile, Democrats are doing it in broad daylight. And exactly, this is the point so many people are making. They're bending out of shape about a little titty grab. Meanwhile, like we have men in dog masks, like humping kids' faces in parades in public. So a bit hypocritical.
That stuff is, yeah.
Hunter. Chrissy flies American, but her eyes are jet blue. Oh, Hunter. Ever the poet. Dan Halen, where would you even find fish-scented candles? James Shart, thank you for having me on the other day. I won't use my cheap phone if I do it again. I sounded like I was in a fish tank. We had like a chat roulette style member stream the other day where I just threw the link into the chat, which is a dangerous
That's
move.
dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad no penises were shown.
You're right. People could have said the N-word. They could have said, or they could have taken their dicks out, but everyone was very well behaved. Which just speaks to the quality of people
Volumes.
surrounded. Yeah.
We love the fellowship.
Loopy Locust, typing too much tonight. Here. Thank you. Rest your hands, rest your wallet.
Cheers.
Chrissy, tell us about your secret first wedding. Oh no. Oh my God.
Wait, are people accusing you of a secret first wedding?
No, I was on a stream with Anna. It was Legal Vice's like early morning stream on Friday, actually. And she was talking about whether or not she wanted to get married in a church. And I was like, well, I got married in a church and I thought it was really nice. Like I did it like before the June wedding. And she's like, that wedding was fake. And I
Wait,
was like,
was
oh
it?
fuck. See, and thank you. Fucking foiled by a $2 super chat. And it's very common. This is exactly what I was saying. I didn't want people running from the church to the bare freaking mountain. It's a 35-minute drive. I didn't want people doing that. So I just did that. We just did that ahead of time so we could have the God aspect and then the fun aspect.
You know what? I don't think I saw you sign anything, but for some reason it didn't register. Wow, I'm so dumb.
No, I'm so dumb for telling anyone. And now I've told you.
Hey, you know what? It's all good. I think having an intimate ceremony with a family it's fine. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And maybe you wanted to get married at a specific church.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
church
exposed.
that I'm exposed. It's a wedding cake. This is very common, you guys.
It
Guilty
is.
was not upset about it. See? You're
Yeah.
guilty.
I'm fine with it. Like, we got actually married a couple months beforehand, but that was just for paperwork because we bought a house and it was just easier being married than it was like too single. And we didn't live with each other long enough. So when we initially applied for a loan with the bank, we didn't fit into any category. And poor Mark, he got friend zoned by the bank. They're like, I'm just gonna put you guys as
Friend
friends.
zoned?
Yeah, because he's like, they said you're not married, you're not common law. There's nothing else we can choose on our list.
How long did you have to be together for a common law?
I think a year. Oh, we hadn't lived together for more than a year at that point.
Dang.
So yeah,
But
friend zoned by the bank.
Couldn't he be like, look, I have a fake leg. Like, what do you come on. I'm freaking
Give me the DEI points so that we can put that we're married.
Yeah. Look how diverse I am. You can tap on it if you want.
Unfortunately, that did not work. Next time, maybe we should try that. We really should.
Oh my gosh. One more from wrestling. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Well, so much for that.
Yeah.
This is a very fun idea. Frank just sent this to me. And it is something I will be terrible at, which is a Disney animated movie quiz.
Test?
Can you name the Walt Disney animated movies?
What years they came out?
Between 1937 and 2022.
Okay, the first one's Snow White. It has to be.
You think? Okay.
I think so.
This is nerve-wracking. This is going to be timed.
We're going to be called out on. We're not real nerds.
Oh, I've embraced that fully. It's just like, to what degree do I want to embarrass myself?
Like, I don't even know when Mulan came out, and I love Mulan. Okay.
I don't even think I've seen
Is Mulan Disney? Like, yeah, it is. I know it's
yes. Okay, this is 10 minutes long. I was told not to cheat.
Oh, no.
How would we possibly? By Googling it quickly?
I mean, I could without even telling you.
You could just put it in the
chat. Okay, chat's helping us. I'm going to fully believe chat, okay? Mulan, 1998.
The year is a helpful hint. All right, are we ready? I mean, like, we can't, if the chat wants to help us, who are we to stifle their opinions?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would we cut them out? They're part of this. So
yeah. So yeah, first one.
Okay, we're gonna start it. 1, 2, and 3.
All right. Okay.
Enter film title. Wait, what? I have to enter the titles?
Oh, and maybe it'll just put it in. That's what she said.
Wait. Ah! Oh, that was the first one. Okay.
Mulan,
Beauty and the Beast. What? That and what the fuck? The best. The Beast.
The best.
Okay, Mulan. Little Mermaid. Aladdin.
Chat's helping us. Aladdin. Oh, you already put it. Dang.
Star Wars? No.
I don't think that counts. Maybe it's Disney Star Wars. Aristocats?
Yeah.
Bambi? Fantasia. Lion King.
Ratatouille? I can't spell! Ratatouille.
Ouille. Ouille. Yeah.
Oh no. Tui.
2 L's. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not letting you.
Lion King.
Dumbo?
Dumbo.
Pinocchio.
Right.
Bambi. Oh wait, Bambi. The Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians.
Blind
I'm
mice.
totally cheating so hard right now.
No, Dalmatians, 101. 101 Dalmatians.
I'm just trying to think of all the live actions. Pocahontas. Pocahontas.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh, there we go. Yes, Robin Hood.
Men in Tights. No.
Sleeping Beauty.
Animated.
Oh, what else?
Fox something? No.
Fox and the Hound. Thanks, chat. I got that one from you.
Wow.
I'm such a cheater, I know.
What has Disney done? Avatar?
Does that count?
Oh no.
It's animated technically, but Moana.
Toy Story?
Toy Story, yeah. Is that Pixar? I think it was Pixar, actually.
3. No.
No, it's Pixar. It's Pixar.
Cheers. No, that's filmed in front of a live studio audience. Simpsons.
Peter Pan? They were so bad.
I can't even look at the chat. I'm entirely
I can't believe Bambi is that old.
Yeah. Wow.
Like it's so good. What else?
What's the one with the black girl?
The Princess and the Frog. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. We got one that's new. Hercules.
Yep. What was before Beauty and the Beast? What came out in 1990? I should know this.
I was just born then. Little Mermaid. Oh wait,
that was 89. Oh my god, animated.
It was
movie.
actually 89. Oh my goodness.
Not Ratatouille.
Again, I think that's Pixar. Oh my god, what is so recent? Like there's like one almost every year in the past decade.
Right. How can I not? Disney.
Moana. I think Moana.
Oh, what was the one with the they're all Spanish, the house can talk and think and cast spells on you.
Encanto. Nice.
Pandemic. No. 21. 2 came out.
Frozen. Yes.
Frozen. Let it go.
Let it go. Wait, can you do Frozen 2 and 3?
Ah!
Wait, I don't think there's a 3.
Why not?
Monsters Inc. No, that's Pixar. That's Pixar. Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you do the Aristocats? No, that doesn't count.
so.
Oh my god. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There we go.
Nice. I feel like I got the ones of my youth in there. So
Yeah, it's like I definitely can pinpoint when I stopped watching Disney animated films. Something with a frog. No, we did that.
Treasure Planet. Is there Treasure Planet?
Oh,
nice. Okay, I got one.
Dinosaurs. Something. Yeah. Jurassic Park. No.
Is that Disney? I don't think it's Disney. There's too much blood in it.
The Land Before Time.
Lion King 2. I don't think Land Before Time. There was Lion King 2, Lion King 3, Lion King 1.5.
Nope, they disagree.
Dang it. Atlantis. Yes, Atlantis.
Yeah.
Up.
Dang.
I think it's Pixar. But it's a good movie.
No.
Can we look at all my plushies? 1 second. Is Lilo and Stitch one?
Oh yeah, probably. Yep. Oh my god, we have like 3 and change minutes left.
Oh my God.
This
You
is
know
bad.
what? We got about half. I'm okay with that. God, I feel like I should get the ones in 1999.
I know. What came out in 99?
Anastasia?
Oh
God dang
God.
it. It's not
Spell check.
It's not Disney.
All right. Is the chat helping?
Okay, well, look at the chat. Enchanted?
Bad Asian?
Is that a movie? Sword in the Stone.
Oh, okay.
Sword.
Yeah, awesome.
Fantasia 2000. Alice in
Wow.
Wonderland. Black Cauldron.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I feel like there was Aladdin like 2 and 3 as well. Oh, All Dogs Go to Heaven was a great movie. Oh my
It
God.
was. Oh. Nope.
It wasn't Disney though.
Beethoven.
Treasure Island. Oh, that was a great movie too. Tangled.
Wow. 2010. I don't know about that. I don't know about those years.
I stopped watching.
Great.
watching.
No.
Oliver and Company.
I need
Chat,
you
thank you
people
for
with
helping.
kids. I need you people with kids in the chat to like feed us these answers. We have less than 2 minutes left.
Some of these I don't
Yeah.
believe in.
You
Alice in
people
Wonderland.
with kids should be able to answer all this,
I mean,
okay?
we don't have kids though, so
I know that's where the chat needs to step it up.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, Anne. I was putting Anne.
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Elementals. Oh yes. Emotions after that. Or what was the emotions one?
Oh, with like joy and
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh,
Have we done that
sadness.
one?
Nice. No, wait, what was the emotions? What was the one with
Inside
the
Out. Inside
black
Out.
guy? Inside Out. What was the one with the black guy and he was about jazz and it was like it's called Soul?
Oh, Brave. There was Brave.
The redhead?
I don't know that one.
Nope.
I'm so
Dang.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, because we keep thinking about Pixar.
Right.
Emperor's New Groove. Was that one of the ones?
Yep.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. You know what? We completed my childhood. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, that's true.
Big Hero 6 is I think that's Pixar too.
Big Hero?
Big Hero 6. Oh,
Wow.
never mind. I take that back. Songs of the South. I've not heard of that one.
Wow, where are my old people at? Give us some answers of the 40s. Where the olds at?
We got almost 40 out of 61, so that's pretty good. The Incredibles? I think it's again another Pixar one.
No.
El Dorado? No.
Oh.
Oh God, guys, I'm so sorry. Finish it.
Oh, okay. So here's what we
Okay,
missed. We did 43%. No, we did 64%, which would be like a D.
That's pretty good. We passed. Barely.
We missed from the 40s. Saludos amigos. Okay, that's
Never
not
even
even
heard of that.
But I know that. The Three Caballeros, again, how would I even
not
know how
heard
to
of
say
that.
language? Make Mine Music, never heard of it. Fun and Fancy Free, Melody Time, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Oh, The Jungle Book. We should have
Oh,
got
why did I miss The Jungle Book? That was a great movie.
Winnie the Pooh.
What? That was a big miss. Oh my
Many
goodness.
Adventures. I feel like he just had one adventure and it was looking for his pants. The Rescuers, The Great Mouse Detective, The Rescuers.
I've not even heard of that.
Wow.
The ones from Chicken Little. That was such a good movie.
Brother Bear, Home on the Range. I remember Brother Bear. Wasn't George Clooney in that?
I don't remember.
Home on the Range.
Bolt was a good movie too.
The Robinsons. Yes, Bolt. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was a dual answer, and if you had put Winnie the Pooh, you probably wouldn't have gotten this one. That's kind of a trick. Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Zootopia.
Raya and the Last Dragon, never heard of it. Strange World. Oh.
I've not even heard of Strange World. Disney. Well, you know what? I don't have kids, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes
Wow.
sense.
Should we do Pixar? Oh, this is different.
Oh, this looks like Sudoku, but more difficult.
This looks like above my brain level.
I don't think I could do this. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Can't even play Sudoku.
But I see my dad in the chat. Hi, Dad.
Oh my gosh!
Alan
Wow.
is in the chat.
Hi, X-Ray Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your dad?
He came to visit because he's over right now in Canada. So I'm sorry I stole him from Chris Gore.
Oh wow. What was Chris Gore gonna do with him?
They run Film Threat together.
Oh, your dad also runs Film Threat?
With they live stream on Film Threat.
Wait, are you talking about Alan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not your dad. Is it?
He's my internet dad.
Oh,
Sorry.
There's no way he's old enough to be
My
your
poor
dad.
real life dad, who is not Alan Ing. He is like down the hallway right now. So
Okay, I'm
he's
very
probably
slow.
so annoyed.
Very slow to catch that joke. Wrestling. Jennifer Lawrence is the answer for all. MK Solid. Chrissy, are you going to make any migrant videos? Ooh, maybe I should go to New York City and stake out where they're hiding. You know, I just heard this.
Is there
There's
a lot there?
There's a city outside of Houston. I was just listening to this today. The name escapes me, but it's become an insane migrant hub. It's like
Really?
a shanty town. Apparently, the migrants are able to, through a sketchy realtor, like buy land in this Texas town. I think it's called, somebody in the chat will know. And there's like about 50,000 migrants living in this town, and it can hold up to 200,000. And they're like basically buying land. They can make houses without or basically tents. They're like writing their address basically like in
On the
spray paint.
tents.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And they can get, I guess, mortgages without a social security number, just through, I guess, whatever money. I mean, this is like so ripe for these people to be taken advantage of. I guess they could just pay with cash, not prove that they're a citizen at all. And they're saying that it's already become just like a cartel hub, basically. And the people are so afraid to even report any crime at all, even murders. Like they're finding bodies, people that were murdered like months and months ago.
So is this like more dangerous than the
Yeah.
tent city in like all of California, like San Francisco and all that? That sounds scary.
I'm looking this up. I was just reading about it. It's a housing development just north of Houston, Texas. There's a major developer. Surprisingly, the donor, the developer is a major donor to several Republicans, which is like, yikes. Seems like major conflict of interest.
He just wants to make money from the sounds of it then.
Yeah, I have to look this up. It's got to be on Daily Wire because that's where I learned
it. Like, so I went downtown in my area for the first time.
Colony. Sorry, it's called Colony Ridge.
Colony Ridge. Oh, I want to Google that.
This was insane. I'm gonna pull this up. This is wild. I can log in. I'm a member. The fastest growing development in the U.S. is a magnet for illegal immigrants. This is wild. Experts say the growing community of illegal immigrants in Texas development invites cartel activity. It's a national security issue.
That's really scary that like people who are just coming across the border can just buy land. It makes me feel like I could do the same thing. Like I could be an American citizen if I came through Mexico.
It's in Liberty County, Texas, near Plum Grove. The Colony Ridge development is a sprawling community that, based on analysis of publicly available information, is now over 60 square miles, nearly the size of the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Its population is between 50,000 and 75,000. And this is going to be, it's not back in the day when people would immigrate here and there would be pressure and there would be a desire to assimilate, to sort of at least understand the American way of life, our values, and then you sort of would take on those values as your own. It's very scary. The Daily Wire surveyed the development by helicopter to assess the true extent of its growth. The flight began in the wealthy Woodlands neighborhood, but it was only minutes before the designer homes and pools gave way to the half-built homes, dilapidated trailers, and heaps of trash. Houses on the ground fly the flags of foreign countries, and many homes display their addresses on spray-painted pieces of plywood. Many structures, some of which are not hooked up to running. Yeah, a lot of these places don't have any plumbing. It's like a third world
So it's like
situation.
living free of government interest if you don't have electricity, plumbing, or any of that. They don't
Basically
know
like
your
what they
business.
tried to do Chad and Chop
Mhm.
and Chaz. But this sounds horrible. Unfinished houses are unfinished, don't appear to be getting worked on. At least one plot of land didn't have any structures at all, just a tent in the corner nestled between shrubs. Stray dogs without collars are seen trotting along the side of underdeveloped streets.
This
Colony
sounds
Ridge
like Mexico.
Colony Ridge is exploding. The view from the sky revealed a sprawling labyrinth of roundabouts and endless rows of sidewalkless streets with empty plots waiting to be developed. It's amazing to me that illegal immigrants can just like buy land here so fucking easily. Like that's a little.
But my question is, the government kind of has a hand in this land business, with like at least the taxes when you transfer land. I don't know. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. We have land transfer taxes. So does that happen in the States as well? Or is
I've
that
never
just
bought anything, so I have no clue.
chat? Will have to let us know then.
Let's see. A calculation performed based on acreage and lot data provided on the Colony Ridge website for each of the 6 subdivisions found it was already more than 60 square miles, which is bigger than a major southern city such as Fayetteville, Arkansas, Asheville, North Carolina. Colony Ridge is owned and operated by developer William Trey Harris. It's rapidly expanding, at least in part due to a financing agreement that makes it possible for illegal aliens to buy land deep in the heart of Texas. While traditional financing methods require credit ratings and proof of income, Todd Brensman, a national security fellow at the Center for Immigration Studies, told the Daily Wire that buyers at Colony Ridge are able to circumvent the usual requirements, even dodging the need to provide a social security number, which of course they wouldn't have. Because with a traditional bank loan, you need to be able to show that you have a credit rating and proof of income. They're required to pay as little as a few $100s as a down payment.
Excuse me?
The loan
The
is
banks are stupid.
The loan is directly from the developer,
Oh, never mind.
bypassing traditional mortgages. And while they're robbing these people because they're probably not gonna be able to keep up with it, and they'll probably just have to like abandon ship. While the
And then
buyer
they'll
might
just take the land back.
Yeah, basically, and then resell it. While the buyer might pay high interest rates near 15%, it's a great deal for someone with no other option to buy land in the country.
15%. Oh, you're paying like double what the country is paying right now.
Yeah, and like what else are
my
they gonna
God.
do?
Yeah.
Doing business as Terrenos Houston, which translates to Houston Land, the company appears to be marketing its property entirely in Spanish, telling prospective buyers that they can own land in the United States. An advertisement posted on the Instagram page for Terrenos Houston appears to target those who are either not currently living in the U.S. or who are not citizens. The caption of the post, written in Spanish, translates to "Still renting? Own land in the U.S." It encourages potential buyers to reach out via WhatsApp because it operates using an internet connection, bypassing traditional international calling restriction and fees.
They're just stealing money from immigrants, and then they're going to just be even worse off from where they were. And I'm looking at a map right now from, I don't know where people enter in through Mexico into like Texas, but it's not the closest city from the border. So you'd have to still be traveling a ways off to get to Liberty County.
The plots of land come with nothing on them at an affordable price. The current offer is 2 adjacent plots of land for $65,000, with the buyers responsible for constructing a place to live. This is insane. They're really who the fuck has $65,000? Likely due to the massive influx of migrants into Texas since President Biden took office in 2021, Bensman told the Daily Wire that Colony Ridge is in the midst of maybe its greatest boom ever. So this is going to be an entirely illegal immigrant town.
Now, because I don't know much about American politics as some of our other colleagues do, but is it under Biden's rule that they're coming in through the
Yes.
Mexican border?
Yeah. I mean, if they're coming in, since
Like it's
Biden
due
took
to
office,
his
there's been
less. Okay.
millions coming in.
Which is insane. This is the plots of land.
You don't need the sound, but this is all like, what was here before? Just nothing?
It was probably farm fields, and I'm sure people just bought them up and just decided
wow.
Because the other thing is, if they're charging 15% versus a bank, which is probably at between 6 to 10% at this point, at least in Canada, I think it's like a 6 to 7% of the interest rate. They're making bank, making these immigrants pay for
Whew.
this plot of
Yeah.
land.
This is nuts.
And it makes it worse because what will happen afterwards is when that land is taken away from them and they have to move out, it's going to contribute more to these tent cities and
They're gonna be
homelessness.
totally broke. Yeah.
And Houston is going to suffer for it mostly because that's the next major city close to it. And I don't know if Houston was the one that is kind of more liberal than the rest of the state. Was it Houston?
Houston, I think, might be more red.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to have to deal with it. And
Yeah.
that's what you voted for, unfortunately. And,
Whoa.
frequently so.
They're calling it the largest illegal alien settlement in Texas. And Harris and his lawyer state that the company does not advertise outside the United States, but acknowledge that accommodations are made for applicants who may not have a social security number. Depending on the application, customers provide social security numbers or just their favorite number will do. Any number, really any number will do. Write down, just think of a number and write it down. Literally anything that they're probably not going to check.
I'll just make up a number.
They go on to say that there's nothing illegal about non-citizens buying land in the United States and that property developers are not legally required to check immigration status. That's on the federal government's immigrations and customs enforcement agents. And part of the reason why this town is so appealing, Colony, because ICE, it's basically like anti-ICE, or ICE doesn't go there, or they keep ICE from going in. There's no ICE. It's an iceless town.
I mean, it's pretty hot down there.
Nobody out there checking immigration.
Oh my goodness.
And then crime is just running rampant. Very thin law enforcement in the area. It's appealing because they plan to live and work illegally. That means they probably have to break a whole lot of different kinds of laws in order to buy vehicles and drive the vehicles and maybe show documents to potential employers. Holy shit.
It just sounds like everything that they have to do once you buy this land is just against everything in order to be in that place. And
they're
that's
kind of completely on their own. I'm sure they're promised everything. They're promised more than they're getting. And then they get here like, oh, I have to live in a fucking tent. Great. Like I should have just stayed where I was.
In a tent in one of the many Texan cities, although I don't know what the police is like in those many cities. People carry in Texas, so that would scare me a lot more.
The Liberty County Sheriff's Office told Daily Wire its officers do not check immigration status in routine stops because it would take forever. Only when they are investigating violent crimes, which is why violent crimes are not reported in this town, because people are so afraid of deportation. Woo!
I'm
cartel activity.
really
It's
scared for the states.
Whew.
Because this actually could end up being worse than the tent cities in California.
Wow. The Mexican cartels are very active in that they run safe houses. They run drugs. They grow marijuana. They commit crimes. This is Homeland Security issue. It's public safety issue. The site and surrounding area have been the site of both drug-related and violent crime, including gang and narcotics case that began with gunfire exchanges, as well as a murder of a mother of 5 by a Mexican woman who reportedly practiced Santeria. She had a crystal ball, and she was married to a high-ranking Mexican cartel member. They found a 16-year-old girl dead there last year. A lot of killing. Doesn't seem very family friendly.
No, drugs, guns, cartels.
Wow. Cartel activity in the area appears to date back until the 2010s. Liberty County discovered a massive marijuana growing operation in 2013. Included guard towers and a 20-foot deep irrigation pond the size of a football field. More than $4 million worth of marijuana was recovered. Yeah, man, that's like a lot of weed.
And it's illegal in Texas, right?
I don't know. But maybe this was back probably before it was legal. 2013. I could be wrong.
Chat will know. Chat will know.
There's allegations that Republican politicians are involved in the development. Chris Russo, the president for Texans for Strong Borders, told the Daily Wire, citing massive political donations that have been made by the developers. So maybe it looks like, oh, well, I'm making donations. You know, don't look over here. Russo pointed to Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who took $1.4 million in political contributions from Trey Harris. And his wife Celeste also donated $100K to Abbott's campaign in 2018. Her occupation was listed as Colony Ridge Development. Yikes! This just seems like such a racket.
I would not want to be any part of this. It's really messy.
Yeah. It's dirty. It's like, you know, people, you're taking money from people that are it's unsafe. People are getting killed. There's drugs. It's like the Wild West out there. But
and the hard part is people want the American dream. I think that's still something that's like really ingrained in people. Like, we'll go to America, you're free, you can do whatever you want, make good money. But I think a lot of times people do come here and they realize it's actually really hard to make good money in the States, even in Canada too. It's really hard to live that American dream. And I mean, it comes with a lot of red tape that you don't think you'd meet. And so when you kind of get there and someone's giving you, oh, it's easy to buy land here for half the price that houses are going for, it's hard not to go for it.
Yeah. Think of the chain of migration that comes in. Think of the criminal elements of the cartels that come in through that chain migration. J. Michael Waller, senior analyst for strategy at the Center of Security Policy, told Daily Wire, this is going to be cartel land near Houston and at risk of being a no-go zone. Waller said developments like Colony Ridge will change the entire United States of America, and to a large extent already have, going on to suggest that similar settlements are being planted in pockets all around the country. They have no idea of the American founding or American founding principles. They haven't taken any training in what it means to be an American or what the American way of life is all about. He added before lamenting, this is just symptomatic of the destruction of our country. But if you say something, they're like, oh, you're xenophobic. You hate brown people.
It's really sad that you have to come to that sort of thing in order to like feel better about the argument in the situation. People's looks. And it's, you know.
Yeah, it's a humanitarian issue. It's like, yeah, and someone in the chat, like, this is definitely a situation ripe for human trafficking and all sorts of horrible shit. Wow.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when people are desperate, they look for the easiest ways to make money.
Yeah. That's really sad. Mitchie Cool, could you imagine if they did a Black Tarzan? I would love to see it.
Black Tarzan in a white jungle?
Concrete jungle.
Yeah, that's true.
Where dreams are made of. X-Ray Girl's mom and I almost said Nigtopia. Ingtopia. X-Ray Girl's mom and I had a secret marriage so she could get on my insurance plan. Mom's fundamentalist family freaked out and almost boycotted wedding. Is that true?
I mean, also, Alan, you're Chinese. My mom's Vietnamese. That's, you know, bound to cause some friction in the marriage. Oh my goodness. But cheers. Nice to see you here.
CW. I don't know what you Vietnamese mean. It's horrible. I'll take myself out. Thanks. You badges don't know shut about deck when it comes to Disney. All right. Okay. Russell Hall, read some embarrassing simp emails. Why don't you send me one?
It's
Mac.
been a long time since I got a simpy message, though. Oh my gosh.
No, I get the opposite of that.
What is the opposite?
I get people telling me to go jump off a bridge.
Oh, the canceling emails.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
The upset kind. Graham Patalkin. How was Song of the South not on that list?
I've never even heard of that movie.
When did that come out? I've never heard of it. Sato
Google.
is Kane. It's almost like they're turning America into the shitholes they came from. Who'd have thunk it? I mean, the immigrants don't know any better. They were brought here under false pretenses, and they're clearly being taken advantage of.
Yeah. And I mean, like, buying a plot of land and then having to figure out how to build your own home on top of that's pretty
Yeah, we're gonna. Let me figure out where to get contractors when I don't even speak the native language. Let me get a plumber in here. No, that's too difficult. I'll just shit in a hole.
I only know how to clean pools.
Skip Cole, you two are incredible, kind, generous, and based. You give me hope for the future. God bless you. Thank you, Skip.
Thank you. That's kind. That's kind.
You're the best. What's up, Junior? TBF, which means to be fair. There are illegal immigrant neighborhoods in the Houston area where they rent out houses and run businesses in those neighborhoods. Well, I'm sure they have plumbing. It's this idea that you buy land and then you have to build your own house.
I've never heard of any developer that has done that. You have to buy the land from a person directly in order to do that, but not through a developer. That's wild.
Seems very shady. John Neeson, this looks like a housing development that went belly up after they built the roads and they just figured a way to cash in without more investment. Oh, interesting. Good point. MK Solid. Chrissy, I mentioned that I knew a kid who was in MS-13 during the 90s and he brutalized a teacher. This is no joke. I feel bad for people with kids.
What did he do to a teacher?
I don't know. I mean,
that's
the goal. Don't have your kid join a fucking gang. Be a parent.
Yeah.
Real Night Camelot 331 is under a coordinated attack. He's been permabanned on Twitter, Instagram, and he fears possibly YouTube may be next. Ridiculous. What is going on? Let me see if I can send a link to Camelot because I am just trying to catch up and I feel horrible. It seems a lot.
He had a tweet, and I'll just go off of what was said in said tweet. But the tweet essentially said, like, if you go into my house, like, I will grape you. Is like a joke.
Okay.
And a bigger...
because didn't somebody kill or have relations with someone that like broke and entered their house?
Yeah, so here, let me
It was
share
based off a
here.
news article.
All right, so
he's live right now. Okay.
Oh, he's live right now.
Should we
Okay,
snipe him?
we can snipe him, but there was someone else who has a bigger following, Jake Shields. Same thing. He said essentially the same thing. If you come to my house, I will grape you. And he's still like, his account is still fine. Camelot's account as well as his parody account got permabanned for saying the same thing, inciting violence or harm. So I think there is definitely a campaign to take him down. And I mean, he's another person who obviously is against the grain of the mainstream media. And it's unfortunate to see that.
He's not even that spicy.
No, he's not. And like,
I don't mean that in a disparaging way. I mean, he's got pretty regular ass views.
Yeah. I mean, he shows more cleavage than the two of us combined, but
I'll keep appealing. Thank you guys so much.
Oh my God.
All the support that you give me. I love you. I literally wouldn't be anywhere without you. It's because of you guys specifically, keep in mind, no sponsors, no platform deals. It's just me, and it's just you. And with your help, I have raced my first and 25th race as a professional race car driver. That sounds kind of gay. Professional auto
He is
sport
very gay, though.
man, which I never thought would happen. It's because of you people that I stepped on stage and did my first small comedy set. And also, I was kind of inspired by Chrissie Mayr, and I went and saw Chrissie in Houston, and I saw Lila, and I was like, "Oh, that was awesome! I loved it."
Oh my
So
goodness. Is he doing this
we
because
were
I'm
coming
listening?
up with how we were going to start the show in Nashville last night, and I was like, "Well, I'll go out there and just introduce everyone." And they were like, "Yeah, go do that." So I run up on stage, and they turned down the lights, and the music shut off. And I was like, I was thinking a lot about a bunch of like random like things to talk about way before I ever did this. And then I did like a 5-minute just thing, and it felt so natural, and everybody was screaming, and it was great. I've never felt more natural in an environment
He's
in front of
gonna
all
do
these
stand
people.
up. Watch out.
And it just worked out really well. And I was like, well, son of a bitch, this was awesome.
Watch
and
out,
everybody cheered.
world.
It was great. I felt like I did some stuff. So
here we go.
I want to dive into that a little bit more. So that's going to be something I want to do in the future as well. So Matt himself says, Chrissie Mayr stream stopping. You know, I love you, Chrissie. I appreciate you. Speaking of the devil,
Sniping.
the fake ginger herself.
Hey.
Thank you, Chrissie. I love you.
I've
Chrissie's good
never
people.
sniped
Chrissie's
somebody.
good people. I can't talk to her anymore because I ain't got Twitter or anything. But if you're watching, Chrissie, maybe email me.
Yeah, what's your email?
Because I know we have a show scheduled for like 2 weeks or something from now. So
next week,
email me so I can have your contact info.
Poor guy.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Shrapnel. I love you. I appreciate you. Arturo says you did good last night. Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of people were complimenting me
Wednesday
on my set, and I was very, very
oh god,
overwhelmed with joy.
Crazy.
So I appreciate that.
I can't believe
I was kind of nervous, but then as soon as I
usually
it was over.
The understanding with stand-up comedy is that you're not supposed to inspire other people to start stand-up. You're supposed to dissuade them.
He wants to start stand-up comedy?
Yes. What have I done, X-Ray Girl?
I mean, you got Nick Arcata doing stand-up.
Political, and I don't care what people think as long as they're cool.
I think certain
You're
YouTubers.
right. What have I done? He's gonna be my Minnesota show.
You are getting so many YouTubers to do stand-up. Now, I really hope you can get Gary from Nerdrotic to do stand-up one day because it'd be really funny. I know what you talk about.
I love this. I'm like an old boomer yelling at the TV. You know she doesn't hear you, right? Like Camelot, I'm here.
Senpai.
Camelot, get you see me.
Oh my god. What is his?
Camelot, my camera's,
this would be fun.
my camera's on.
He has Instagram still. This would be fun. Should we get him to stream with us while streaming there and having like, you know, streamception happen? I'm gonna send this to him on Instagram. Let me find him.
Wow, that's pretty neat that I've inspired people.
That's awesome though, because like
they make it look
so
easy with my eccentric personality.
The age of the YouTuber is amazing though, because we would not have this type of stage to be able to share things with. And I think that like, especially right now where it's so divisive, it's nice to see people like yourself, Drinker, just everyone in the fellowship that is so accepting of each other.
It is, especially when that bullshit popped off with Shad. I was like, I don't know fuck about the sword community. It sounds gay as hell to me, but I know that it's like it's a similar parallel politics wise. I'm like, it's exactly what I saw happen to me when I started being out about voting for Trump, being out about being at January 6th. People would just publicly and privately just sort of completely disassociate and then get on their high horse about why they were no longer associating with me.
It's so sad because I remember when I went to Amsterdam, and I met like Americans in like 2015. And even back then, it was very divisive. Like when I asked them about politics, they were like, we don't talk about this to just anyone because this ruins families. And to see that even almost 10 years later, where it's like kind of seeped out from, at least in Canada, from the States to here, it really sucks because I think being different creates such beautiful things in the world. And as long as you're not doing things like murdering people, raping people, that sort of stuff, then I'm fine. You do what you want. You know, it's not going to bother me as long as you're a good person.
We're selling plots of land in the middle of Texas to illegal
Maybe
immigrants.
it's being capitalist. I don't know. But
yeah, it is kind of capitalist, but it's not. It doesn't seem good. Like you're going to sell that land to a family with kids in your good consciousness.
In need. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. I love capitalism, but I wouldn't go that far to take advantage of people in a dire situation that wants to just do well. I would maybe like when we bought our house, we sent a letter saying, "Oh, we like this house because it's a straight entrance for Mark, who is a person that needs wheelchairs.
He's differently abled."
Differently abled. And when we came in the first time we viewed the house, you know, you see signs of, this is definitely an older couple. They have the colors, the paisley.
Is it all one floor?
Well, we have one floor and then a walk-in basement. So if we needed to, we can convert the basement. But as of right now, we're okay. But yeah, we would love this to be our forever home. But yeah, definitely something we thought about. And you know what? The letter worked.
Good. Why did people wait? Were you? I don't know if I interrupted you. Why did people think that old people live in your house? Do you have a lot of Werther's original out?
So when we originally looked at the house, so like even these curtains, these are the original curtains, and at least in this room, you can tell they're of like early 2000s, 1990s. Like cabinets were older. There were no photos, absolutely no photos, but you could tell the couch was like from the 90s, from the 80s. So you can tell it's an older couple that lives here. So yeah, we tugged at their heartstrings.
I love that. It worked out. From Mark Demshock, they're not being taken advantage of. You are. I am, and all U.S. citizens and legal residents, now they're here. They get free HC mobiles and DL. What's a DL?
What's HC?
Hand cock. I wish I knew. Handouts. Yeah, it's true. It's being paid for by healthcare. Yeah, being paid for by our taxes. Fun.
Oh my gosh.
Gabriel Knight coordinated attack permanent on Twitter, Instagram, fears possibly YouTube, maybe next. Oh, right, I already read that. That sucks. Deranged lunatic. I see Chrissie Mayr's comedy club in your future. Oh, that would be cool to open a club.
I would love Chrissie to come up to Canada, but the likeliness of that happening, I don't know.
I wonder if there's any club in Canada that would have me.
I'm sure there's some in the Toronto area, just I'm not aware of them.
Just not Montreal. Montreal's woke, right?
I mean, most major cities are woke.
Makes sense.
There's like little pockets here and there, but I'm not in the city enough. You might have to ask someone who's actually from the area.
Do you know where Sydney, Nova Scotia is?
And yeah, it's all the way on the east side.
Frankie McDonald, he's like a viral weatherman, and he jumps on my Compound Media show all the time. He's awesome.
Such a sweetheart from what I've seen. Like,
he's so sweet.
Does he actually work as a news weather person?
I think he's just done like viral videos. He's just always been like really interested in the weather, and he does his own like independent stuff. I don't know. I think he had a viral video that was like, man eats 50 hot dogs, and it was him just going hum, like not actually eating them, but it's funny because
go Frankie.
I'm not yeeted from Instagram. Insane.
Oh wait, did he?
They're saying, yeah, he got kicked off Instagram too. Depriving the world of his sweet, sweet thirst traps. Matthew Self, Camelot currently doing Naked Snake. Let's snipe it. Naked Snake. Let me see.
Have you
Oh,
done Naked Snake and Fight Milk yet?
No. Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm like, let me see if he's not being gay for a second.
No,
Nope.
he's totally being gay right now. He got like I remember the first time I saw this, I couldn't look. And he's singing right now. He's singing. You have to put the volume up.
In my time.
This is what happens when you get banned. When you're too.
No, this just happens all the time.
So
when he reaches his goal, he does this, and then he drinks like milk with eggs. You could do Naked Snake with him one day. I know Zia did it in her bra.
Yeah.
215 streams in a row. Try to cancel this.
I mean, I guess it's good that he's in good spirits. I guess.
Oh my goodness.
What's the best format?
I don't know.
Oh wow, now it's like he's part of the show with us. Camelot, what?
Oh
People
my
think
God,
you're
he's
so gay all the time.
He's flexing his pecs. I can't.
He's flexing.
I feel like
the only person I know who can do that is Leanne.
As a girl? I can't do that. I can only do it when I like push my
Leanne
hands together.
can do it. She can do it really well.
Oh my God, I have to ask her to do that next time.
Oh, like
I need to see it. Like I can't do it besides like a bilateral
mashed potato.
I can't believe he's so into Naked Snake. Oh, he disappeared.
He really loves himself. He really doesn't struggle with self-love. Should I put him back?
I don't know. Chat seemed to like him. I know chat's talking about us, but like I think chat likes him more than
we'll make it. It'll be us like looking down at him.
Oh yeah.
Observing him.
Drink that fight milk, Camelot.
I like this too.
Yeah. You definitely should go on his show at some point. Oh my
This will cheer. See, still up.
Touch his
Actually, we
boob.
should both. Yeah.
It's too far.
Wait.
Someone
Muffin, come here, baby girl.
Oh my God. I don't think he even realizes what's happening.
Muffin.
Oh my
Muffin,
God.
lick Camelot.
I wonder if Muffin would like Camelot.
Yeah, she loves everyone. She loves people.
I need to meet your puppies one day. Oh my God.
Look at her face. Muffin.
I love when both of them get like groomed.
Look at that.
So cute.
Yeah. Oh, it's Muffin. Ah! She's like, I want to lick your mouth. If she could talk, that's what she would say.
Sounds like Camelot too, strangely enough. Also sounds like Camelot.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was trying to fist
such
him.
A wild child. Like, I feel like meeting him, he'd be like a whole. I'm like pinching his nipple right now.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my mods just sent me Cody's email.
Oh,
since you can't get our messages, here I'm gonna drop that for you. For the future. There.
Muffin's a golden doodle. It's Muffin. I'm holding her like a sheep.
Wait, so are your puppies more yours or Frank's? Or did you get them together?
Oh my God. Okay. No, they're definitely Frank's.
Ah, poo.
But I was there the day that they were brought home.
Ah.
So I'm really more of an aunt, I guess. Oh,
you're a mother-in-law at this point.
Oh, it's cringy. We're cringy right now, X-Ray girl.
Honestly, I have never said I'm not cringy. I think most of my content is cringy. I've never said I was cool or a nerd.
Yeah,
I admit that.
I've never pretended to be cool.
I love when like on
Love you guys. We're gonna raid SImpCast because everybody complained. Bunch of Karens. Hey man, you better raid Chrissie.
Yes, Cody.
Love you guys so much.
Here,
I'll see you
I
on
should send
locals.
him.
30 likes away from 1K over here. This stream will be live. As long as my YouTube's live. Thank you, Billy Hatcher, all my boys. And I gotta give a really special shout out to the Red Boys that went above and beyond for me, which I don't deserve. Matt, Fortune,
How
Wolf's
can we help
Finance, and
him?
of course
Is there
everybody else. There's so
that
many
could be
people.
done?
There's too many today.
I don't
so I
think we
appreciate you guys.
can do
I'll see you over on
anything
SImpCast.
except,
Raid
like,
them. I love you.
Yay!
Get the hell on it.
Here,
Oh, God.
I sent him
Keep
the
tweeting.
link
Free
like
Camelot.
on
Free
email.
Yes,
so.
thank you.
Please.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dang. We're close up. There you go. I feel like I'm back on F&T.
Wow. Look at that.
Aw, welcome, Raiders.
Hello, Raiders of the Lost Camelot.
He didn't do Fight Milk. I'm really sad about that.
Well, maybe he can't afford it now that he's so canceled. He didn't get his milk. I don't know.
Oh my
I
God.
still don't really know what's in Fight Milk.
It's eggs, milk, and then if you want to drink, then you put a bit of, alcohol, vodka.
And cum.
I mean, that's optional too, but that makes it salty though.
Right, and nobody likes cold cum.
Or warm? What?
Or really?
You just don't, you take it like a shot.
Yes,
Past
very
the
much
taste
so.
buds.
It's not. You're not meant to swirl it around. Despite the pornographic films you might have seen, you're not meant to swirl it around the palate.
Get all the notes of it like a wine glass.
Your tongue back. Oh, I taste a hint of asparagus. Mm.
Oh, or maybe they had pineapple on pizza.
This is this is a perfect segue into this next topic. Famous sperm donor Kyle Gordy, 32, who has fathered 69 kids, reveals he is back in action after quitting unique hobby to find love, and says 8 women across 4 continents are currently pregnant with his children.
Okay,
Whoa.
32 years old. I wonder when he started.
Yeah.
And he's actually more active than Nick. What's his face? Is it Nick?
Aw. Love you, Camelot. Join if you like.
I sent
Check your
you an email. Yeah, join if around.
Join if you wish.
With the Mariah Carey. What's his face again? Oh my God. Why is my
Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon. He has more kids than Nick Cannon.
I didn't think it was
also don't
possible.
think he's taking care of his kids.
No, not at all. I don't think there's a lot of care happening. No, I mean, he's just selling his loads, I guess, on Craigslist or whatever. And then ladies are shooting them up themselves or pouring it in. I don't know how they do it. They just put a leg up and dump it in.
He must be hot because his body count is at least at 69.
No, I think he's a sperm donor. He's a sperm donor. It says it in the title.
Never mind. He's probably not hot then.
He's let's see what he looks like.
Is he at least smart? Is he at least smart?
We're about to find out. Kyle Gordy is known online for his controversial hobby as a sperm donor. He offers his help to families that are in desperate need of a baby for free. For free. Kyle has
not even getting anything for it.
These are free loads, ladies. Would you? How good is a free load? Honestly,
that you know what? That happens when I go to a bar.
Oh my God, he's a freeloader, is what he is. Or maybe the ladies who accept. I think the ladies who accept his cum are freeloaders. Kyle has 8 kids on the way in Europe, Asia, North America, and Australia. My gosh, does he get to meet them?
His cum gets around.
It really does. It's international cum. A prolific sperm donor who has fathered 69 kids is now back in action. I mean, when did he stop? It seems like he never stopped. After previously announcing he was going to stop donating his sperm in order to find one lucky lady. Kyle Gordy, a 32-year-old from California, is now expecting 8 children in 4 continents after he went on a hiatus after his controversial hobby to focus on finding a meaningful. This Jerry Springer needs to get a hold of this guy.
Controversial.
Yeah.
It's controversial to want love nowadays.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, one
How
person.
dare you want to
How
be a one-woman
retro.
man?
In a bid to help struggling families, he offers his help for free and is often inundated with messages from women on Instagram who want to have his child.
Wait, we need to find his Instagram. One second. Kyle.
He's not bad looking.
He's not. Okay. Kyle Gordy 11.
Oh my God. Kyle Gordy 11. Let's look it up. Let's go to the videotape. Let's
that's his
contact this
Twitter.
guy.
Oh,
Let's
I found
ask
him.
for
1,
some
2,
of
3,
his
4.
cum.
Let's see the quality. He has
God.
very boring Instagram pictures.
His Twitter
just to
is
prove-
boring too. His website, X-Ray Girl, guess what his website is called?
Kyle Gordy 69.
No, his website is called bepregnantnow.com.
Stop.
Oh my God. We
What's
must
so
get this man
special?
on Franklin. We have to get him on SImpCast. Be Pregnant Now by Kyle Gordy. Increase fertility and get pregnant. What does he do? Be Pregnant Now by Kyle Gordy. This is a comprehensive guide by Kyle Gordy on how you can get pregnant fast. Here I give information to individuals and couples who are looking to get pregnant or increase fertility. I am a sperm donor. I've posted everything you need to know to get pregnant, whether it's supplements to take with fertility or knowing what method to use to conceive. My
Oh.
site will give you all the knowledge you need. The information I posted is from personal experience from my recipients and
Oh.
extensive research. Do I dare click on?
I mean, okay, I will say in his Instagram, his first post ever was word of 2 new pregnancies in 1 day.
This is on his increased fertility page. Pre-seed and soft cup. What is
to keep the
pre-seed?
cum in you. Well, the soft cup. Because it's like a
I
diva
thought that
cup.
was the pre-seed.
I mean,
What's
the
a-
pre-seed probably.
The pre-seed precedes the seed. Right?
Guys, I've never heard of pre-seed before.
It literally precedes the act. I'm not a biologist, but I do know puns.
You know what? Kyle Gordy, thank you for your service in letting
What
us
in the
know about these
world?
things.
I have to talk to this person.
Is he American? Oh, he's American. He's in California.
Yeah, he's probably.
Oh God, he should go on the Whatever podcast too with you.
They won't have me. Why do we need to see his hand and a thumbs up?
I mean, that's what's getting that seed in that cup for you.
Here's his recommendations. How is this guy an expert? I mean, how involved is he getting? You have to buy ovulation tests, pre-seed, and soft cups. Familiar with ovulation and tracking? Okay, that's good advice. Know your cycle, good advice.
Mm-hmm.
I have personally used these in my sperm donations to achieve pregnancies. Okay, so he's just donating the sperm, but he seems very involved in the entire process.
Well, the fact that he knows that he has even 69 kids, that's
They probably write him to be like, yeah, it took. Thanks. You know?
Yeah, you're in me now.
Yeah. You're a dad again. Imagine this guy must clean up on Father's Day.
Oh my God.
Wow. Breakfast. On the day you get a positive ovulation test, and for the next 1 or 2 days when you wake up, the male should eat 2 bananas and a half a cup of berries. How specific. This will allow your body to get nutrients and bromelain to give you a fertility boost. The women should eat half a cup of berries. The male should take zinc, folic acid.
So, but this is when you're like 2 people in love will make a baby type of thing. Or unless this is him talking about when he donates.
The women should take zinc and folic acid. Okay, so all of these things can be found in a prenatal vitamin. So he's basically telling the women to take an equivalent of a prenatal. The man should take black maca. I've heard of maca 2 hours after eating. That's good for like virility. I don't know if it's good for I don't know if it's good for being hard or like production, but I've heard of maca.
He must do this on donation day.
2 hours after eating. Then take arginine 1 after taking maca. The women should take red maca 2 hours after eating. For lunch, male should eat high protein foods such as tuna, lettuce, or spinach. Pumpkin seeds. I've heard about pumpkin seeds for lunch. The woman should eat lettuce with beans. She should eat almonds 2 hours later. How
wow,
specific.
this is so specific. For dinner, this is date night.
Then she eat broccoli, peppers, eggs. The women should eat spinach, salad, kale, veggies.
Wow.
Then the men should eat cacao 2 hours later.
And then you get busy with it.
Oh my God. Okay. 2 to 3 hours before having sex, the male should edge for 2 hours before to build up sperm.
Wow.
What? This guy's really involved.
This is intense.
Oh my goodness.
I would have never thought there's this much science.
I recommend the woman to have just one orgasm at this time.
Before insemination?
I read somewhere that if you don't have an orgasm, you're more likely to have I can't remember if it's boy or girl. But that if you don't get there, it makes you more likely because of the reactions in your body. It makes you more likely to have one gender at the end. I can't remember.
Chat, do you know? I feel like chat always knows. Dang. This is a lot of information. Maybe I should find this website.
Gravity to keep the sperm inside.
Oh, is that why the bed is angled? You should lay on it back.
Oh my God. It's not just for old people in hospice anymore. Get an elevated bed.
Keep your hips up.
This is fascinating. The
I
woman
didn't know
should then
it could be so
insert
technical.
1 gram of pre-seed inside. Oh, the pre-seed helps the swimmers swim.
It maybe
Because
liquidates it a bit
basically
more.
like lube, I imagine. Like special lube.
I know during your like monthly periods, like there's certain weeks that you're more gooier or more liquid than others.
Oh my God. Okay, after the man jizzes inside, the man should remain inside for 10 minutes.
My God.
That's not. Who's that gonna work for? 10 minutes?
Can a guy stay hard for 10 minutes?
No, I don't think so.
No, is this his recommendation for
Wow.
when he inseminates a woman?
No, he's not doing it. He knows that he's just giving pregnancy advice. I think he
Okay.
also gives his loads like he freeloads. But he also this is just his advice on how women should get pregnant. Then they should put pillows under the woman and then
and then have an orgasm.
This will this pulls it deeper in the cervix. Jesus.
I like this idea of getting pregnant. This is a great process.
This is like I almost can hear a sucking sound from all this advice. I'm just like you're just trying to keep it from falling out. This is like it's funny, but it's like real specific.
I'm still stuck on like stay inside the woman for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I haven't been with like a lot, like crazy amount of partners, but like there are some people I don't think they can stay in 10 minutes.
How are you going to stay in there?
Yeah.
Male fertility diet.
This is insane. So if you want to get a girl pregnant, this is what you do.
The male fertility diet is low pesticides, fruit, veggie, fish, meat. Too much salt is bad for male fertility.
Oh, interesting.
Too little salt can also have an adverse effect. Vegetables are good.
A lot.
Fruits are great for male fertility. Bananas and berries. Bananas are perfect for a man trying to increase fertility. Isn't that hilarious?
Eat phallic fruit.
Yeah. Eat eggplants. Plenty of eggplants.
Impregnate your woman and berries too. You know.
Wow.
This
I
is
love berries. I'm like I'm like always eating berries.
Ooh, what's your favorite berry?
Blueberries,
I'm jealous.
raspberries.
Strawberries,
Easy.
raspberries.
Strawberries for sure.
Oh gosh.
Gojis are good.
I haven't had a fresh goji berry. I've only had them like
Dried.
the
Yeah.
dried. Yeah,
Nuts
I
are
want to have.
good. Nuts are good for nuts, for literally making a nut.
Nuts for nuts, bananas for
Bananas.
It's getting dirty here.
See, nature contains all the answers, guys. Peanuts are great for increasing semen volume and sperm count because they're full of arginine and zinc. Cashews as well.
I'm interested to see a lot of Chinese medicine, they will say like which foods are good for like pregnancy. For some reason, watermelon stands out to me. I remember my mom said, "Don't eat watermelon if you want to get pregnant. It's a cold food. You don't want to eat cold foods."
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hot dogs are bad. Don't have
Yeah.
hot dogs, pork, and bacon. Processed meats are bad for your health and hurt your swimmers.
Oh, it's for the guy though.
For the guys, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine.
Fish
I don't
are
have to worry about
good.
that.
Fish are great. Chocolate.
I like
Really?
chocolate.
Cacao or cacao nibs. Water is
Ah.
good. Yeah, your swimmers can't swim if there's no water. What are they gonna swim in?
I feel like we've learned so much about male sperm today.
More than I was expecting. I got so off course about the technical biological aspects of it. I totally forgot to like look into this guy as a person.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Kyle, what's his face?
Kyle Gordy.
His Instagram is super boring. It's like typical like food pictures, animal pictures, vacation pictures. Nothing exciting. I kind of want to check out his TikTok. Dick talk on the TikTok.
He's 30. Well, he's 32 now. Lives in LA. Has a bachelor's. Started donating his sperm to singles and couples who desire to have kids without the headache of a sperm bank. So he's just an independent sperm bank.
Oh my God. That's actually dangerous because people can go after him for money to support their kids.
Oh my gosh. Right. I wonder if he has them sign something. Over the years, I've tried multiple diets and taken various supplements, and I've altered my lifestyle choices to increase my fertility. Does he have his own supplements? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, this guy's a nerd. He has Pokemon cards.
Yes.
I'm just trying to see what like is so attractive about him that people want to have him as like the father of their kids.
Right. Usually people like to see an Ivy League education or I don't know, a good credit score. Smoking, drinking, and drugs hurt your fertility.
He's not bad looking.
He swapped his boxers. He stopped wearing boxers. What does he wear now? He doesn't sit down for long periods.
Oh, so his balls don't get too warm. That makes sense.
You gotta keep your balls cold, guys.
Yeah. They're supposed to naturally be at 2 degrees less than your body.
Yeah. That's why they're outside.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So if your balls don't drop, that's actually really bad for you.
It's dangerous.
Okay. I have a picture of him here.
Okay, let's see it.
He's actually like, I don't know. We'll let people judge.
Wait, there's a pink boy. Thank you so much, Eric Allen. He said he thought you'd be over soon, but we knew better. Hail SImpCast. Oh, no, we're still going until X-Ray Girl calls it quits. Thank you, Eric. Clint Torres. Chrissy, if I was funny, you'd definitely inspire me to do stand-up. Oh, shucks. I mean, I inspire plenty of non-funny people to do stand-up. Look at Camelot. Okay, whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
He looks like a man who keeps his balls cold.
Yep.
Wow.
Those shorts are very billowy.
This man has fathered 69 children. And he always sits like that. He's always pointing it at us.
Keeping the balls airy.
Wow. Look at this freeloader.
Or putting it into freeloaders.
Father Red Luck, thank you for the deuce. Matthew, self, the Camelcast interview we need. Thanks. Gun Club, 188, buy load. No, it's freeload. James Chart, sperm determines the baby's gender. I think I knew that.
Genetically, it does. But, like, you say that the orgasm helps attract maybe the right sperm for it, but I don't think there's any, like, certain one-trick pony.
That the orgasm might release something that would dissuade one type of sperm over the other.
Oh.
I don't know if it's an acid or something or it's sprays.
Maybe. But it's always interesting watching genetics play out. And yeah, the X or the Y chromosome that's donated is definitely on the male side in terms of having a girl or a boy. Which is
so it's like a crapshoot. Oh my god, Kiki is here.
Hi, cuties. Yes, I do. Hello, my love.
Wait, are we showing our Buckies?
Oh my god, let me tell you.
Here, let me get my Buckies.
Oh my gosh, and I will get my
I can't play with this in front of the dogs. They'll think it's theirs. When it's
mommy.
Oh, cute. God, you need a plush, Bucky. Kiki, the bag is not enough.
No. The bag, I have to tell you, I was just telling Gino in the car. This is the best gift I've ever received, and I'll tell you why.
Wait, what?
Not only because we had spots in Jersey, so we stayed overnight. We had one, and then we went back, and then we stayed because we were going to go to Kevin and Molly's house. I can put my clothes in here and White Claws. Clothes stay dry, White Claws stay cold, hot things stay hot. It's the perfect road bag, and it's all because of you. I love it.
I love it. Maybe that's what I should be doing because I have a little mini tote right here. A little Bucky's one. It's so cute.
Keanu
I don't use it
me
for anything.
into cold bags just in general. They have evaded me my whole life.
No,
Cold bags. I
guess
use it
thought
when I
that they
grocery
were-
shop.
I guess that they were for like losers. I guess that was my idea, but I'm like, no, they're so useful. Like you have to keep the claws cold. The claws
things
law.
No, well, I would drink them room temperature, but like.
No.
So how are you guys?
Doesn't
Hi.
taste
Good.
good.
Keanu, we were talking about a man who donates his sperm. He's fathered 69 children.
I was
And
listening.
He's
and
got a
that
whole
is-
website with pregnancy advice.
Pregnancy advice.
Like
What
how to
does
get
he-
pregnant, what to eat, how to be, how to bang.
Both
how to
men
milk.
and women
Yeah.
advice, not just the one side.
Eat a lot of nuts and berries and bananas, basically.
That's for like if you're
And
doing
when you
trying to get your
jizz
chick pregnant.
stay in there for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, and then you have to go upside down with 2 pillows on your hips.
Oh yeah, put your
afterwards.
legs
And then
up.
have
do the
an
whole thing.
orgasm
Yeah, and
to
just be
hold
like,
the sperm in. I'm liking that part.
It's
After
weird.
we
Stand on your
finish,
head.
you have
It's
to give me
weird
an
to-
orgasm.
It's weird to me to like be like, oh well, if I'm going to get pregnant, here's the time, and now we must put my legs up after you just jizzed in me. Like
It seems complicated. Like there's a
does
lot of
seem
moving
complicated.
parts.
I feel like
Yeah, science is weird, but maybe
if
he's
it helps
really
keep it
potent
in.
sperm.
Yeah, if it helps, hey, if it works for people, then who are we to knock it?
So he has no kids of his like. Well, I guess he has kids of his own, but like
He's
he
a
doesn't know
freeloader.
any of them.
He doesn't have
him.
any kids himself. I think he just donates the sperm to have the kids.
He looks like that kind of weirdo that would be like really like autistically obsessed with like I know how to make my sperm perfect to like
Yes, yes.
So he has. He has.
He's a cum lord.
Good for him. Right.
Cum lord millionaire. They're gonna make a movie about him.
Come one, come all.
Oh my god, when he falls into a pit of cum.
Of just all of his
comes out
cum.
of it.
He just is covered in his own cum. Kyle
more than he
wasn't
ever would have
planning on
wanted.
donating during his global travels. However, a few deserving people and families got in touch and changed his mind.
Deserving? What man?
Oh, come on. If you're making a shirt, you want to do it early and often and wherever you go.
Kyle Gordy, sperm donor. All right, man. I mean, I guess he's had some happy customers. I mean,
69 of them. 8 currently
odd that it's
pregnant.
69. Look at that
Look,
little
here's one of his creations.
Yeah, that baby's got a little chickpea head though.
Just like it looks like him.
It kind of looks like him.
I know. But you guys were saying that he's like a freelancer, right?
He's a freeloader. He gives his
Freeloader.
loads away.
He's like outside.
He's an independent
contractor. Like
he's a business owner.
Oh,
I
he
feel like
fathered.
you have a donator. Oh, is that the
He
family?
fathered. I guess this is the lesbian couple that he helped father.
Hey, that's nice. I guess. Yeah. I mean, a couple of lesbos.
You
They're
know
gonna
what?
need some sperm, so
Yeah.
they don't have a kid. But
It's cheaper to go through him than it is through some of these other organizations for cum.
Yeah.
But is
Does
that
you think he
legal?
comes
Like-
over and like just fucking comes? in
It's
people, or-
legal, but the problem is if they want to go after him to take care of the kids, then I don't know.
Yeah, because like what he doesn't have sex with the ladies, I guess.
I don't think.
I
don't
think it's
think he
turkey
does.
baster.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Does he come over with a turkey baster?
Does he come
Probably
over?
comes into a cup and then sucks it up the turkey baster and then hands that over.
To the lesbians.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hands it over to a deserving
Hey,
lesbian.
and then you know what? He probably does everything in his blog that he says. You know, you should eat this. I should eat this. And then besides the intimacy that we're going to experience, you know, do
Yeah.
everything still.
Wow.
I mean, yes.
It all makes sense now.
He's got potent jizz, I guess. So
He currently
I
has
guess it's
women-
good. I think just there's a reason why people go through it legally. But if you want to be an
Yeah.
outside person and be like, fine.
He's
jizz off
clearly figured out a system. If he's done it 69 times and doesn't seem to have been screwed over yet.
Can you imagine that he's got like 69 like 18-year-olds like knocking at his door like, Dad, is that
Oh
you?
my God.
I was gonna
We saw
say,
this article.
he should clean up on Father's Day, but I feel like they're not probably in touch with him.
Probably not.
Isn't birth strange? Isn't procreation strange?
It's a strange, mysterious
a-
thing.
It is.
Blended family. And now, wait, and he's looking for a love of his life now.
Right. That's why we are interested in him right now. He wants to find love. People continuously reach out to him. It was very hard to turn them down because they just really need his jizz. He currently has women pregnant across 4 continents. This was the first time it happened to him. Kyle is now expecting 4 children from Europe, Asia, North America, and Australia. The donor believes it would be interesting to witness each child grow up to speak different languages. He's like one of these guys that, I don't know. It must be a fetish.
Yeah, I just want to spread my
Well,
seed.
either that or he's making money off of this.
I don't know. I think he does it for free. Kyle, who's planning a visit to the UK next, had previously found love with one of the people whom he donated to, but sadly, 2 months later, their relationship ended. She couldn't
what?
accept that Kyle wanted to continue to donate because she believed it wouldn't work long term. Yeah, your guy's like blowing loads and giving them away. You don't feel special. It should be just loads for
Marry
you.
your man.
If we're getting down to it, he has 69 children.
You're going to have to share him one day when he's older in 15 years with these many kids.
What does he save these?
Yeah, and why
I
not
think he
get
does.
why not get paid for it if you're like that's what I don't get. I mean, dudes like go and donate sperm, right? When they want to like pay their like college loans off.
Oh my God, that picture's so creepy.
Oh.
Ew! Look at
No.
his eyes. Ew!
Oh,
this
no.
guy
No. Mm-mm.
Serial
loves
killer.
to
He's
come.
Yes. There's gonna be
His screen name-
69 new serial killers in the world.
His
Telling
screen
you
name
right
is
now.
"Come for You."
Come,
Yeah.
Gordy.
Come find me. Wow.
God, ridiculous.
Oh, he speaks.
Oh, wait, I want to hear it.
Kyle Gordy here, free sperm donor. So let me talk about my dating life.
He sounds like a sperm donor. Oh my god, my volume is
Since
not
I
having
started,
it.
it's definitely been a little bit difficult. Kyle Gordy here, free sperm donor. So let me talk about my dating life. Essentially, I've never had a long-term serious girlfriend.
I wonder why.
Especially since I started, it's definitely been a little bit difficult to find a partner, a girlfriend. I have had some propositions from some recipients about forming some form of relationship or somewhat of that matter, but they never really went anywhere. I know being a sperm donor is definitely hard because it's hard to find someone that's willing to accept me for what I do.
It has to be hard, right?
There's like a little black baby
if there
behind
is a
him.
special woman out
Yeah. Being a sperm donor is hard. I mean, it has to be hard or it won't work.
there that is willing to accept me, I am always open. If there is a lady out there that is interested in
Okay, I can't
seeing
stand him.
If you had a sense
where
of
we could
humor,
go,
which is good,
seeing if
he
we're-
would have turned around and been like, "Oh, that's one of mine."
Exactly. Ah, that's number 68.
Yes,
relationship
that
can
was.
happen, then
Yeah.
you know, you're more than welcome to contact me. You can contact me.
The eyes really creep
Instagram,
me out.
CalGordy123. Thank you.
Oh, how many different shirts? This guy's got. We've seen him with 3 different shirts already.
Yeah,
he-
maybe
I
he's
think
making more money
Ah,
He really just wants to spread his seed.
yeah. He seems
And-
like a theater kid. He has theater kid energy that I can't stand. I'm immediately repulsed by it.
I cannot abide by that. Yes, exactly.
Like-
hey, hit me.
He's giving us Fiddler on the Roof vibes. I
No,
don't.
very Spring Awakening. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Hello,
Book of
dog.
Mormon.
God, Spring
Yeah.
Awakening.
He's like a song of purple summer, but the irony is completely lost upon him that there's a literal picture of a baby behind him. Doesn't turn around or acknowledge it once. No.
What's
He's
his Instagram?
Can we
pull
Kyle
up his-
Gordy 123 or something like that?
Let's pull up the IG.
It's really creepy. Not creepy. It's just really bland.
It's just him
Like
with
there's
a bunch
not
of
much.
cups.
No, it's just like traveling pictures. It's not much to kind of look at.
He's got to visit all the continents to see his children.
All his 69 kids.
Yeah, he's a real Johnny Appleseed.
I mean, like, ladies, if you have to share your man with 69 kids, yeah, run away.
I don't I wouldn't like that. I think I would always wonder about the other kids and
Are they going to show up at our door?
yeah, I would feel kind of bad. I'd be like, do these kids have a father figure in their life? You know, you just pump and dump.
Yeah, basically.
He literally did.
Like, are you checking in on them? I know it's like it's a transactional thing. It's like he has no obligation to be
Yeah,
in
but
touch.
like,
And
I don't understand because people pay for that service, and then there's legal things. How is this legal?
How is he evading the legal part? I mean, I hope he went through his paperwork with a lawyer because it could end up all crashing under him.
You'll have 69 lawsuits, homie. Yeah, like
you know what they say? Pride comes before the fall.
Visconti.
Yeah.
Donate your
They're gonna make 101 donations. That should be the movie.
Oh my god, that'd be a great reality show one
That
day.
is
Oh my
so
god.
funny. That is so funny.
He said, "Yeah, my sperm's unvaccinated."
Oh my god.
True. That's a premium.
We
right
need
now.
to know from him. Is he vaccinated or unvaccinated?
Oh,
I would.
exactly.
I would
think he's
hope not.
vaccinated.
You think he is? He looks
I'm getting-
vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm getting vaccinated vibes.
Ugh.
If you have 69 kids, there's like at least a chance that one of them is like something that's messed up with it too. Like,
Yeah.
does one have like a third eye,
Right.
like an extra toe, or like they all have his? If or of the boys, are they going to start donating their sperm to millions of women
And
later
the cycle continues. Wait, there's more to this article. Although he's
Oh,
set in
wow.
his ways now, if he finds that special someone, he admits he'll reevaluate his hobby. He's obsessed. He can't stop giving his cum away. He loves giving his cum. Kyle agrees that
giver.
it would It would be fair if his future girlfriend wanted him to have a long discussion about him possibly only donating once or twice a month.
Okay.
Excuse me, that's the
He's
compromise.
doing this for free. This is not even a vocation, or this is not a source of income. He's putting the cum. He's not even putting the cum in income.
No, there is no income.
If he's at least making money off of that, I can respect
No,
that.
it's
Put
fucking
food on the
for
table.
free. Right. He just puts cum on the table. That's it.
What is
or
the
being
outcome?
picky about the people he chooses. So he's not. That would tell you that he's not picky right now.
But he doesn't have sex with them. He just like comes over with like a
He literally
baggie full of
he-
jizz.
This is definitely
he comes
fetish.
over. This absolutely. This man needs to be studied in a lab.
Yeah.
He confessed that he'll agree to certain rules and will make sacrifices if he meets the right woman who he sees a future with. For now, he's not giving up his anytime soon. He wants to continue only to help those in need of a baby. Sure, buddy. It feels great having helped so many women start families, and the joy I receive from doing this, it's the best feeling in the world. Yeah.
Oh,
He's making money off of merch. I mean, that I don't understand.
He has more shirts than we do altogether.
I regularly receive pictures of the children, so knowing they're doing well is great.
This is
weird.
You know what?
This is weird.
This is very evolutionary. You know, men want to spread
Caveman.
their seed in the world, and he is doing that exact thing.
I know it's a weird like fetish. Like, I don't know, why don't you just meet a lady and try and have 69 kids with her homie? Like, what is wrong with you?
Probably because you can't with just one lady. That lady would be exhausted.
Or I don't know, move to where polygamy is like a thing.
The Amish.
I guess.
But that's expensive. He probably
He
doesn't
doesn't
like
take care of the kids. He doesn't take care of the kids at all.
He doesn't want commitment, I don't think. He's very he just wants to just live his life and give his cum away.
Drops
and
his
he's
load
not-
and runs.
Yeah, I mean, but he's not. I suppose he's not having sex with these women.
No.
He's just. How does he deliver it? How is it packaged? Like, does it come with like, is it like a Happy Meal? Is there a toy inside?
I feel like he's,
is there a comment
He
card?
puts it in like a pea jar.
It's in like a little petri dish, and then they have to
then he
use the
sends
turkey
it-
baster.
Yeah, but then he like sends it. It's like a little syringe, like a Jello shot or something, and then you just like send it. To
Right.
South
And then
Africa.
what are the odds two of his kids end up falling in love and having a baby with a tail?
Oh my god, that has happened before with sperm donors, I think.
It's not out of the realm of possibility for sure.
Mm-hmm. This is you have to be careful. You can't donate to too many similar cities.
I'm reaching out to him. I'm gonna email him. I have to interview him. I have to do it.
I wanna see this interview.
I'm
Has to
emailing
happen.
him right now. Let's see. God, no, I'll do it later. I can't focus.
What's his name?
Kyle Gordy.
Of course it is.
Gordy.
Kyle.
And he's like my age.
He stopped drinking alcohol, only uses natural shampoo and toothpaste. I mean, that's good advice for anybody. He got a water filter. He doesn't really sit much. He keeps his balls cold.
Nope. You have a landline, Keanu?
No,
No, that's her.
Auntie's house.
That's her.
I ordered us McDonald's.
It's
so,
the doorbell.
Oh,
It's the buzzer.
It's the buzzer.
I love that.
Auntie's house.
Hello.
Gino. Hi,
Hey,
Gino.
everybody. Hi, X-Ray Girl.
Hello.
Did you guys have a show this weekend?
Yes.
Oh,
How'd it go?
I walked a woman right on the side of the stage because she was like,
She was pregnant,
she was in
actually.
pharmaceutical sales.
Oh.
And all I kept saying was, and ignore it, go, I'm like, because we know the vaccine works, right? Until she left and made her husband, who was saying, he's funny, leave. She left. And when she left, I'm like, see, this is what you call a sore loser. This is a woman who's making her money by lying. Oh, it was so good.
I think it was.
Wow.
It was really fun. We had two shows. First one was pretty delightful. The second one, the next day, was fun, and then it got a little wonky. That's all.
And nothing
No one
makes
got punched, right?
And nothing makes that's pretty good. Nothing makes it better than after she leaves, like you're ready for people to take her side, and one of the youngest chicks there is like, yeah, she was being a bitch the whole show. Her husband was laughing, and everyone's like, yep, she was a cunt.
Wow. I can't wait to hear all about it on In Hot Water tomorrow
Maybe if
at
you were inseminated by
2 p.m.
Kyle, she might have been in a better mood, you know?
I gotta get Kyle on SImpCast. I gotta get him. I gotta interview him. I need to get to him to admit that it's a fetish. I need that to happen.
It always is a fucking fetish. It's always
It
a
has
fetish.
to be. He's not doing the Lord's work by spreading his seed. No word.
No, he's not out of this kindness.
He's doing the whore's work.
He's a man whore.
Those French fries look so good. Why do they look so good?
I can taste the salt through the screen right now and the crispiness.
Also, you're coming on my show on Wednesday, right?
Yes,
Right?
this
You and Melanie,
Wednesday.
obviously, Chrissy, you are always welcome. You and Melanie and producer Roberto. He does the best work. He always books all the guests, and I'm like, I was gonna ask her anyway, but thank you for doing it for me. So I'm excited about that.
That's what they're supposed to do. Make your life easier.
I know. I was like, oh, okay, yay, great, good job, good work. I love it.
I know X-Ray Girl has to bounce. I want to see if there's any X-Ray Girl related queries in these last couple super chats. Menenguerve, the pixie. Yay, Keanu, my favorite. My night is complete. I love all you beautiful ladies. Thank you. Meg Guinevere. Discount superhero. No load left behind. Indeed. Indeed.
It's all filled.
Andrew Matthews, he has more kids than FTN dads. Oh, FNT dads, do you mean?
Oh my God. The amount of children all the FNT dads have, it's actually wild.
What? So Shad has what, 4 or 5?
5.
Garrett has 4.
4. Gary has 2.
Ryan has, I think, 3.
3.
Odin is going on 2 now.
2. 16.
Oh my God. What about comics?
I don't think he has any.
All right.
Okay, so there's 17. There's 17.
Holy
That's a lot
cow.
of kids. FNT Dads has a lot of kids.
Wow, that nerd sperm is legit.
It's virile.
Very virile.
Yeah. It's probably from being bullied as a youth. It makes your sperm more determined.
Yeah, they're like, we gotta make it through, you know?
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll show you. How dare you race swap?
Chrissy, we need
Just
to.
let frat boys rule the world, okay?
We have competition on the amount of children we
Yeah,
need to
quick.
produce.
Let's make
17
6 each.
Wow.
That'd be hard to catch up with.
Wow.
So funny.
That's wild.
Oh my God.
Nerd
So,
sperm. It's fucking a thing. One more minute where is 6 lurking? Be careful. Don't call me Kiki. Key on it.
Okay.
what's 6?
Gino's cat.
6 is Gino's cat, and she's a monster.
Oh,
She's the worst
Bring her over.
living thing
is
ever.
she here? I want to see her.
Grab her, bring her over.
She's an absolute demon.
She's about
Oh.
1,000 pounds, and she's a monster, and she only weighs him.
She sounds like my dog. Well, except she's not
But
1,000
she's
pounds.
horrible. She's truly horrible.
Yeah,
5
she
pounds.
is. It was just her birthday, and I hope it's her last. But I didn't say that. I know you didn't hear me.
Oh my! As the cat is coming over, X-Ray Girl, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me X-Ray Girl on Rumble, YouTube, Locals, as well as Poor Choices, where we talk about relationship stuff. I started a new show called Dad Cast, and so we're gonna have hopefully
Ooh.
more shows. We had Culture Casino on. We're gonna definitely have more dads in the fellowship, and then Human Cyborg Relations, which I do with Mark the Cyborg, who is my husband. Wow, yes, Mark is gonna
Yeah, look
get
at
busy.
that. Look at this.
You know what? We
Wow,
might take a
look at
page
this.
out of Kyle Gordy's website. Who knows?
Yeah, guess who's gonna be stuck in you for tonight for 10 minutes
For
extra?
10 minutes. Get ready, Cyborg. Flip me upside down and give me an orgasm. That's all.
Hell
I
yeah.
ask.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Great.
That's like a team of 5, right? With basketball, I actually don't know.
I don't know. I saw basketball and I got intimidated and I had to get it off.
You know what? Sports scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Is
Look
this
at
the
6. I hate her. I don't know why. She's just evil.
Does
She's
she
very mean.
scratch you or?
No,
Look.
She claws at me.
She's
like,
a brat.
Yeah, she's evil.
Oh,
but-
she's spoiled.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at her. See how she reacts to Keanu.
Oh my god. I'm
Okay.
scared.
right.
Oh my god. She's like
It gets a little feisty.
Every time?
every time.
Questions. I have questions. When you're in bed sleeping at night, where does the cat sleep between the two of you?
With a knife above her head.
When I'm not here in Gino's house, she sleeps like on his like chest, basically. And then when I am here, she lies in wait until I go to the bathroom. I get up to go to the bathroom middle of the night, and she's under the couch, and she'll just like
6 is waiting for Keanu to fall out the window, and then she'll rejoice.
Yeah, like she'll watch me. She'll be like, "Oh, she slipped." That honestly, she meows that.
She would like knock water off a table just so Keanu would slip and die. Like that's honestly what she wants.
When we wake up in the morning, if I'm here, she has this perch that's like sort of right above the bed that she's too large for, basically, and she's staring at us. And if she's hungry, she goes with the paintings on the wall and she goes like this.
Oh my god! Look out! Look out!
Behind you!
Look out, Keanu! Look behind you! Look behind you! Keanu! Look behind you!
See? Do you see? She knows.
She's like plotting your death right now.
Look at her! Look at her! What is she doing? What is she thinking?
Hi, girlfriend. I know.
Hi, girlfriend. I like that you sound like Hillary Clinton trying to bond with the blacks. You're like, hey, girlfriend.
Hello, feline.
I feel like Keanu's like Grady approaching like a topless fentanyl. Oh my god. I'm afraid for you. Don't get her. Oh my god, this cat is insane.
No, look at her. She knows. She knows. She knows.
No, you showed her fear.
She's look at baby. Look, she's so smart. She knows I was talking about her.
Yeah, she's like, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right.
Is she in the camera view on purpose?
Yes, they were like,
You're so smart.
They started screaming. I didn't know she was behind me.
She was literally creeping up like Jaws style.
He's 5. Her birthday was yesterday. Who's a big girl?
Yeah, big girl. Yep.
Would she attack? Do you think she would attack you? Like if you just had your back turned? Oh my god.
I'm actually afraid she's going to attack you on screen.
She's gonna jump onto your head.
Want me famous? Want to go viral? Want to go viral?
Oh.
But she loves him. She's like a dog to him. Like
that's really unfair because you feed her. You've been in her life for like months and months now, a year plus.
I just gave up on feeding her because she won't eat the food in front of me anyway. She'll just wait until I leave because I'll be like, here, look. He's like, it'll help. I'm like, it's not helping. Just give up on it. Oh, yeah,
I feel guilty.
Yeah, you guys saw that. She's a monster, but he loves her, so we'll abide. What are we gonna do?
The cat is confirmed. This is Spectral Citizen cat expert. The cat is jealous.
No, it's absolutely true. The cat is very jealous that he's sharing time with you.
But the other thing is, she's not nice to anyone but him. Like he had a friend stay here when he wasn't here, and the cat was like on the shelf, like on top, pushing things at him. And he was like genuinely terrified of her. I think it's just Gino. I mean, any woman that would come in here or man, she's not gonna be nice to. But I never saw a cat like that. If they're a mean cat, they just stay away. She came right the fuck up behind me because she knew I was talking about her.
She was like,
this cat is crazy. Very. I hope to never meet her. Not gonna lie.
Can't trust him. X-Ray Girl, if you have stayed 4 long hours, like what a trooper, what an absolute queen.
This feels like an FNT episode that I actually talked on.
People are like, we didn't know she had a voice. Like,
but it was Wonderful to hang out with you. It's been too long, and can't wait till the next time. Whenever that is.
Yes. If you ever need me on Poor Choices, I can come. I can hang. Not to like force myself on your show, but I just feel like I have you on a lot, and I want to return.
We need to increase our presence. Let's just say so. Hopefully, we will have both of you on at some point. That is the plan.
Chrissy, if you're not busy on Wednesday at 7,
you should definitely join us. That would be really fun.
I will be at Zia's on Wednesday doing Unqualified Experts. I'm having like a whole Zia day, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, we're gonna have a Zia-sance. I'm gonna Zia her later.
Oh my goodness. I will see you later.
Yes.
Bye.
Love you, X-Ray Girl. Thank you so
bye.
much. So much fun. And she really brought great insight into many things because of her medical background and her nerd background. She really is a jack of all trades, whereas this guy, this cum dealer, is a jack off all trades.
They're jack off of all trades.
Matthew Hammond, can Gino have the cat sitting on him while Keanu pets her? I'm sure you've tried
I've never pet. She's never ever. We've been together a year next week. I've never pet her. She would never let me. I've tried.
Oh, a year next week?
Like 22nd, right?
What?
22nd?
Is what?
Where I will be together a year.
I'm not saying if you don't remember.
It's the 22nd. It's the 22nd, yes. A year next week.
Was he quizzing you? That's usually the woman's job.
He said, I'm not saying it if you don't remember. I was like, just reiterating. Said it right. That was very.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Are you, you're back at home. I thought you were in,
upstate. No, I'm back home and I have to pee. And,
right.
both dogs are cuddling on my bed. Oh, I love them. I miss them. All right. Thank you, Kiki, for jumping on. I adore you. Tell people where they can find you.
Keanu Cast, Wednesdays at 7 on YouTube. Keanu C. Thompson. You can find all my stuff there.
Hi.
And come see me and this guy, Gino, this Saturday in Mayapack with Anthony Cumia. Get your tickets because and Gino, we have to push this show very hard this week because we have to sell it out. And we will because there's less than 20 tickets left. But I'm gonna send everything to the booth so we can promote it all week.
Oh, okay. Send me so I can tomorrow as well. Also, the Thursday thing, the venue's up in the air now, right?
What?
The Thursday show?
That's up in the air? What happened to the comic strip?
The comic strip? Oh, my God. You got to ask your girl, Kate Meany. She works there. She showed me some video.
She's going to talk about it on Wet Spot tomorrow. She's going to talk about the whole Gays Against Groomers protest debacle.
That shook everyone up, so they moved it. I don't know if Jeannie from the comic strip moved it. I don't know if...
Wow. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'll have to ask Peter what the deal is.
But yeah, please send me the stuff on Monday's show so I can promote it.
Okay.
Love
Sweet.
you. Bye.
Bye, my love.
You. Bye. Watch Keanu on Keanu Cast. What's coming up for me this week? Monday, tomorrow. Compound Media, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come watch Wet Spot. Kate Meany, Kristen Danko, and adult star Chelsea B will be on the show. Then on Tuesday at 5 o'clock, I will be on Lauren De Laguna's show. She is part of LawTube. And then at 9 o'clock, I will be interviewing Natalie Denise on my channel. Wednesday, I will be with Zia Anderson, a.k.a. Zia Land. I will be in Zia Land. I will be in Jersey for a live episode of Unqualified Experts. I think it's going to be at 8 p.m. Then on Thursday, I will be interviewing Rachel Wilson at 11 a.m. on the channel. And then I'll be performing, who knows, maybe Comic Strip Live, maybe somewhere else that night. And Friday at 2 o'clock, I will be on Hotep Jesus's show on the Grift Report. And then FNT, as always, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern on Nerdrotic's channel. And then this Friday, I'm doing my second because the first one was just such a hit. You guys can't get enough. I'm doing my second Star Wars watch along this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll be watching The Empire Strikes Back. So it's just going to be camera pointed at me, commenting on the film, and we'll try to sync it up so that we're watching it at the same time. That'll be the idea. And then this Saturday is the show in Mayapack. So if you're in the New York area, Putnam, Carmel, Peekskill, Westchester, wherever, if you're in New York, I better see you at this show on Saturday with myself, Gino Bisconti, and Anthony Cumia. And next Sunday on SImpCast, we're going to have Leanne Starr, Forest Mommy, and Autistic Boobs. So that'll be fun. That'll be a fun bunch. Yes, so much coming up. So much coming up. Good times. Last couple of supers. Meningware, I hope you are okay, Keanu. Quit letting yourself get hurt for demonstration purposes. Oh, I do appreciate that. It is hilarious every time. Fighty Defensor, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you all. This was a fun show. Learned a lot. Thank you to Critical Drinker, X-Ray Girl, Daisy Cousens, Keanu Thompson. And yeah, have a great week. We will see you next time. Bye.